Yo, what's up with y'all, man? This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. Smash the like button as you come in the building, man. We got a fire show for y'all today, man. We got my two brothers, Ricky Williams boxing, TWT going against my other brother, Boxer Die, man. Yo, Daddy, I see you, but this is what they want to talk about, man. This is what everybody want to talk about, so we gonna let them talk about it. That's what the platform is for, man. Ricky and my brother King David from Boxer Die, y'all drop a comment. Let me know y'all in here, man. We gonna get it started as soon as y'all get in the building, man. Oh, Ricky say he been here. Okay, we got one contestant entering the ring. Oh shit, Boxer Die is saying you ain't got no wrench. Let me get you right, bro. Hold up. I thought I been gave you a wrench, man, but I got you. All right, everybody in the building. We're gonna say a couple of things and then we're gonna get straight to it, man. I ain't got no time to waste, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get them likes up, man. This is where the best boxing minds come to see who got the better points and debate like grown men, bro. That's what we on over here. Josh Sanders, let me get you right. I see you everywhere, bro. All right, man, there we go. Let me get that turned off real quick. All right, bet. What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm hold up. Y'all can't see me and shit. Let me get right. All right, there we go. What's popping with y'all tonight, man? Salute to everybody in the building. It's your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we back for another fire show, man. Let me shout out to my brother that just dropped the super chat. My brother Skywalker Boxing, TWT with that $5 in the super chat. Says smash that like button on your way in. Y'all go sub to Dub Right. To Skywalker and Dub Right Side too. As I scroll down and I see all the people with channels, I'll let y'all know who got channels and who you need to subscribe to. Right now, we got 42 people in here. Y'all doing pretty good with the likes. We got 39 likes with 42 people. If you want to donate to the channel for the fire content, man, be sure to smash that super chat button. Or if you want to donate to the Cash App, the Cash App is right there below with the new graphics that my brother Exclusive News Insider hooked up from me. So if you need a background or something like that and you like what you see up here, y'all holler at me and we can holler at X for you, bro. But let's see who we got in the building so far, and then I'm gonna drop the link and we're gonna lay the ground rules. You know what I'm saying? Let both brothers get their opening statements, then we're gonna take off with it, bro. We're gonna take off with it. We want to start as on time as possible. So we're gonna get straight to it, man. Shout out to my brother Opulent LD in the building. What's good with you? Marcus Lewis, what's popping with you? I Karma 123 was good. My brother Skywalker, as I said, what up, bro? Appreciate that super chat again. DP Rocker, what's up? Your daddy in the building, my brother-in-law. What's up? What's up with you, bro? K Savoy in the building. What up, K Savoy? My brother T up in the building. What's good, T? What's good with you, bro? OG Eric in St. Louis. What's good with you? My brother Crush in the building. What's good, Crush? Jay Gibson up in this thing. Who else we got? BH up in here. One of the contestants, Ricky. Oh, and y'all go subscribe to Skywalker, Southern T. Who did I skip that might got a channel? I think those are the ones with a channel that we got. My brother Ricky Williams. Y'all go sub to him. His link is in the description. Did I put it in the description? Yeah, it's in there. His link is in the description. Show him some love. Subscribe to his channel, man. He taking time out of his day to come and give us some boxing knowledge. So y'all be sure to subscribe to him. My other brother Boxer Die is in the building. King David from Boxer Die in the building. His link is in the description as well. Y'all go subscribe to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because he cooking over there. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing. Shout out to Teach in the building. Josh Sanders 86. What's good with you? Who else? We got my brother Dub Right Side. Y'all go sub over there to Dub Right Side, man. He putting in that work. Y'all go check him out. He doing this thing over there as well, man. Everybody with a channel, go show them some love and subscribe to them. No reason why we can't all support each other. Courtney Thompson in the building. What's up with it, Courtney? Sweet T in the building. What's good with it, Sweet T? Who else we got in here? We got Emmanuel Pettigrew in the building. What's up with it, Emmanuel? Windy City Assassin in the building. What's good? My brother G Parker up in this thing. What's good, G? Salute to you. Salute to you. Let me see here. Who else, man? I think. Oh, it's skipped on me. Give it a minute. Give it a minute and we right back to it. Hold on. It's moving all slow. This happens all the time, bro. It's something about this banner. I gotta take this banner off, I think, y'all. I think I gotta take this. There's something about this banner that makes my computer go slow for some reason, bro. So let me do that because we can't have that tonight. We gotta let these brothers have a good platform to cook on. There we go. All right, I'll get it fixed here in a minute. Let's go back to the comments. They skipped on me. There we go. All right. Shout out to Money Brown TV, Cassandra in the building, Mr. Mechanical, Chef Sosa, R West in the building. Who else I miss? AJ64, and obviously go sub to Money Brown TV. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Miss Knockout Boxing 86 TV in the building. RBZ in the building. What's good with you, RBZ? And I think I'm knocking somebody to F Out Foundation. Yeah, I hear you, Crush. And Kevin Hayes. What up, Kevin Hayes? And Bandel, what's up with you, bro? I think you should be debating Boxer.ko. We done went back and forth plenty of times. But this is I'm hosting tonight. But if anybody want it, not only Boxer Dot, but they know I'm not ducking no smoke. But this is for Ricky and Boxer Dot tonight. And trust me, they both can cook. So I ain't worried about nobody, you know what I'm saying, not being able to hold their own. All right, so let's get to it, bro. I'm gonna drop the link. This link is only for Ricky and Boxer Dot. We're gonna get them up here, man, and we're gonna get it started, bro. We're gonna get it popping real just like that. You understand what I'm saying? So the link is in the description again. I mean, the link is in the chat. Again, that link is only for Ricky and only for my brother King David from Boxer Die. No one else click the link, bro. It's only for them. Jay Chestnut, what's good, bro? Drink more water. What's up, bro? Salute to you. Yeah, that's what it is. I got both brothers in the background. So before I even let them up, rules for everybody in the chat. And the debaters know the rules, but I'm going over them with y'all so y'all can understand it, right? So first and foremost, I understand there's going to be a lot of people in here that rock with Terence Crawford. It's going to be a lot of people in here that rock with Errol Spence. Do not base your votes on who you're a fan of because we do fan voting. So after round one, I'm going to ask y'all who won round one. After round two, same question. After round three, same question. If I know a round is close, because I know what I'm listening to. I know when a round is close, bro. If Boxer Die is whooping Ricky Williams' ass in the debate, bro, and I see it's overwhelmingly for Ricky just because you rock with Ricky or just because you rock with Errol Spence, bro, I might have to veto that shit. Or vice versa. If Ricky Williams is kicking Boxer Die ass and I see that it's overwhelmingly in favor of him, bro, I'm gonna stop the fan voting. If we gonna keep this shit as the audience voting and you guys deciding the winner, you gotta have some integrity with your votes. You gotta understand what's going on, and you need to pay attention. If a round should be close, it should be judged accordingly, and it should be close. You understand what I'm saying? As far as the rules of the debate, 3 rounds. They got unlimited time on a actual round. The rebuttal will be limited to 5 minutes time by me. There is a fourth round that is not scored. The fourth round ain't scored. It's just something that I came up with to make them end the debate on a lighthearted note. Neither opponent knows what the topic will be. It's just only me, and we'll see what I come up with. But let me bring my brothers up first. We're gonna bring King David to the stage. Let me get him up here. King David, what's up, bro? Appreciate you coming in, man.
What's good with you, knockout? Yeah, man.
Chilling, man. How you doing tonight, bro?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I was with my old lady. We was watching a movie, you know what I'm saying? So I went from that to this now, you know what I mean?
Already, man. You ready? What can we expect from you tonight, man? What you about to do? What type of performance you about to put on, man?
No, man, straight heat, man. Straight facts, straight heat. You know what I'm saying? You know how I get down, you know. So, but I just want to be sure to just, thank you for having me up on your platform, man. I see you working hard out here on these boxing streets, man. So y'all be sure to smash my guy like button because he putting on for y'all out here. You know what I mean? So just appreciate you though, you know what I mean?
Already, we about to get to it. Let me bring my other brother Ricky up. Ricky, what's good, bro? Shout out to you. How you doing, man? You muted, Ricky. You muted, bro.
Man, my bad. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, guys? Peace.
Already chilling, man. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, everything's everything, man. Trying to get through this week. Y'all know how it go.
Yes, sir, man. What can we expect from you tonight, Ricky? What type of performance you about to put on, man?
Hey, man, we just gonna debate the points, man, and spit true facts, man. And you take it how you want it.
Already. Look, we got 84 people in the building. I got 60 likes. We about to get to the coin flip. Which one of y'all? I'll let y'all decide. Who want to call the coin, man? Who want to call it in the air?
It don't matter. The brother can call it. I can call it. It don't
matter.
King David, you call it. All right. So, let me get to where. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, let me make it big so everybody can see it one time. All right, boom. All right, King David, what you got? Heads or tails?
I got heads.
I bet we're flipping it right now. The coin landed on tails, so Ricky gets to decide. Ricky, who do you want to go first, sir?
We'll let the brother go first.
All right, cool. First question, round one. King David, you got unlimited time to cook on this topic. Let me put it up here. Bam. So round one. What did Errol Spence mean when he said he was taking the easy route? King David, it's on you. Go ahead and talk your shit, man.
Cool. All right, man. Hey, man. So first, before I get cooking, man, salute to everybody out there in the chat. Salute to everybody that's watching the playback. Y'all be sure to hit this man like button because he working real hard out here on these boxing streets, man. And salute to my opponent over there too, Ricky Williams. You know what I mean? We finna have a good debate tonight, man. But with all that being said, man, let me get right on into it. And it should be pretty clear and pretty easy to see that my contention is the easy route is the easier fight. You know what I mean? And honestly, I believe this because it's just logically, it just makes more sense. You know what I mean? If it logically makes more sense by definition and context. You know what I mean? The definition of easy is achieved without great effort, presenting new difficulties. The definition of route is a way or course taken, getting from the starting point to the destination. When you put them both together, you have a course taken without great effort from a starting point to a destination, presenting few difficulties. Okay, you see what I did there? I just mixed them both together, So if you take a second to think about this in the most logical way possible, you're going to see that Errol Spence acknowledges Terence Crawford as his toughest possible opponent. So wouldn't it mean that all the other fights in the division would be easier? Just based on that logic. If it's taking the easy route, right? Pretty much what he says, based on conventional knowledge and conventional wisdom, he's talking directly to Terence Bud Crawford face to face. Wouldn't that mean that all the other fights around, all the other fights in the division, not even talking about PBC or anything like that, but wouldn't that mean that those fights are easier than the Terence Bud Crawford? If we went side by side and we start comparing the opponents and we say, hey, well, is Sean Porter a tougher fighter than Bud Crawford? No. Is Danny Garcia a tougher fighter than Terence Crawford? No. Is Yordenis Ugas a tougher fighter than Terence Crawford? No. We can go all the way down the list and compare opponents, and just based on that logic alone, we should easily be able to come up with the easier fight, or the what Errol Spence meant when he said easy route is the easier fights, because all those fights are easier than a Terence Bud Crawford fight, right? So, and again, like I said, there's plenty of proof to back that up, because we just compared all the different opponents, right? We matched them up to a Terence Bud Crawford, and we can clearly see Terence Crawford is a more tougher opponent. But let's take it a little deeper, though, because I already know what a lot of people out there want to say. Y'all want to say, well,
Hey, your mic cut out, Boxer Die. Yeah, you real low. You muffled, bro.
hold on, y'all. Man, I'm like tripping.
Okay, it's a little better now.
I'm a little better now. You hear me?
Yeah, you back on. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it go out. I ain't gonna let you keep cooking and your mic messed up. I'll let you know if it go out, bro. But go ahead.
Okay, appreciate you. But yeah. So like I was saying, when we went side by side and we compared all the opponents up to a Terence Bud Crawford, we can clearly see that the easier fights are the fights, the other fights in the division are all easier than a Terence Bud Crawford when we compare the matchups, right? And I don't care what type of boxing fan you are, it's pretty easy to see that Terence Bud Crawford is just a tougher opponent. But like I said before, let's go a little bit deeper. And let's say let's
Hey, bro. Oh, there you go. You good. Go ahead.
oh, my bad, cutting out again. Dang.
Nah, you good. Go ahead. You good now.
Okay, cool. But let's go a little bit deeper, because when we add more context to this, one thing that we have to think about when we even go back to that moment where Errol Spence and Terence Bud Crawford is Errol Spence never provided any context in that moment, right? But I know a lot of people like to say that the PBC route was what it meant, right? The easier fights to make. But the problem with that is Errol Spence was trying to fight Jeff Horn prior to that whole situation and so on. So if that was indeed the case, right? If the easier fights were indeed the fights that were to be made on the PBC side, then you got to explain why Errol Spence was trying to fight Jeff Horn on the PBC side, right? And then again, when you compare the two opponents, you can see that Jeff Horn is clearly an easier opponent than a Terence Bud Crawford, right? So again, that's further indication that an easier fight, that the easy route really meant the easier fight to make. But let's keep it going though. We really got to go back, right, to the time that this whole confrontation ensued between Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, right? We really got to take it back there, because we really need to understand what was happening around that time in order to get proper context on the situation, right? This was right after the time that Terence Crawford had just beat Jeff Horn, right? And he had just collected that WBO belt, right? And Terence Crawford had confronted Errol Spence about the WBO belt that he said he needed to get in order to get the fight with Errol Spence Jr., right? And of course, if Errol was a man of his word in that particular moment, he would have fought Bud Crawford right after that. But we never actually saw the fight, right? Of course, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you got to think to yourself, why would Errol Spence in that moment, let's examine what he said. He said, why wouldn't I fight Sean Porter and take the easy route? So there's a whole lot that we can take out of that particular conversation. There's a whole lot we can take out of that in order to draw a conclusion on what was actually being said, right? First of all, he's referencing KO and Sean Porter in a very trivial way, right? While being confronted by another fighter, y'all. So ask yourself this question. If Errol Spence believed Bud was an easier fight than Sean Porter, why wouldn't he fight Bud Crawford before Sean Porter? If that was indeed the case. Right? Crawford was the one that was confronting him. Right? Crawford had a bigger name than Sean Porter, right? Crawford had a belt, right? I already mentioned that Errol Spence was challenging Jeff Horn at that particular time, right before that whole incident ensued. So again, why choose to fight a Sean Porter who would be a inferior, less lucrative fight over a Terence Bud Crawford at the time? You know what I mean? Just don't make no sense. It's because it was an easier fight. We all know that Sean Porter was Errol Spence's toughest fight up to date, right? Even when we look at that sentence, right? Why don't I go knock out Sean Porter? We all know Sean Porter was Errol Spence's toughest fight, not only on paper, but physically. The fight was Errol Spence's toughest fight, right? So then that must mean all of Errol Spence's other fights were easier fights. Once again, proving my point that easy route means easier fight, right? But if that ain't enough, let's keep it going though. Errol Spence further implicates himself in that particular exchange when he says, why wouldn't I? See, that's another thing that a lot of people don't pick up on, that why wouldn't I, right? So if you think about why wouldn't I go the easy route, right? Those were Errol Spence's exact words. Why wouldn't I? Right? Which is the question, y'all. That's one thing y'all need to understand. Why wouldn't I is a question. Not only is it a question, it's a rhetorical question. And for those of you who don't know what rhetorical means, let me just define it for you. A question asked in order to create a dramatic effect to make a point rather than get an answer. So it's a foregone conclusion that he's trying to drive home the point that the easy route, Sean Porter, okay, Danny Garcia, these other guys that Errol Spence fought in lieu of Terence Bud Crawford was an easier fight. It's only safe to draw that conclusion based on the rhetorical question that was asked prior to why wouldn't I go the easier route? Okay. So Errol Spence is really, again, driving home the point, y'all. Words matter, y'all. Y'all got to pay attention to the words. In order for y'all to understand what was being said, you really got to pay attention to the words that was being said during that time in order to come up with the proper context needed in order to draw a conclusion, a proper conclusion. You know what I mean? So I just got a question, like, since when is fighting someone else with a smaller name for less money and less recognition a no-brainer if it's indeed a harder fight? Once again, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up on this note right here. In conclusion, and I'm going to let my guy cook. The easier route simply means an easier fight due to the facts. Errol Spence fought opponents that were inferior to a Bud Crawford, and I don't care what you think about Bud Crawford. There's no way that you can say Sean Porter is better than Bud Crawford, because we saw what Sean Porter did to Bud Crawford. There's no way you can say Danny Garcia is a tougher opponent than Bud Crawford, because we already know that Bud Crawford, just matching it up skill for skill, is a much tougher fight than a Danny Garcia. We know Danny Garcia ran from Bud Crawford at 140 pounds. You can't say that your Dennis Ugas with 4 losses is a tougher fighter than a Terence Bud Crawford, because we know Terence Bud Crawford is a tougher opponent than your Dennis Ugas. So, and then also too, the PBC has nothing to do with whether or not with the easy route, because again, Errol Spence was trying to fight Jeff Horn. So you can't try to fight Jeff Horn and then say, oh, the easier fights are the fights that have to do with the PBC side, and then Errol Spence trying to fight Jeff Horn in lieu of that. That just don't make sense. In this particular case, 2 and 2 can't make 4. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pass the mic on that.
Shout out to my brother Lord to the Game Boxing Talk with the $2 in the super chat. He say this guy's showing early signs of dementia. Man, come on, bro. Hey, for everybody, bro. For the Terence Crawford fan, I know y'all in here because there's 153 people in here, and it's like 20 something, 30 something y'all coming. I know y'all in the background, man. Y'all need to be out here riding for your boy. King David was cooking, man. Shout out to Kelly Thompson with the $2 in the super chat. Said, didn't Ugas already whoop Bud ass? That's a question, Kelly. Yeah, he did, but that was the amateurs, bro. We talking about world championship pro level boxing. But let me go to Ricky. Ricky, round one, unlimited time for this round. Before we get to the rebuttal segment, round one is on you. Go ahead and cook, man. I'm going back on mute. If anybody need anything, let me know. But these brothers been professional so far, so I'm gonna go on mute. Oh, hold up, let me catch this real quick. Shout out to Lawyer to the Game Boxing Talk with $5 in the super chat. Calling Jeff on food on Twitter is not trying to fight him. You not in the debate, Kwame. Kwame, you are not in the debate, bro. I appreciate the support, fam. Like, but damn, you are not in the debate, bro. You are not in the debate. Kwame, I will find you an opponent, but the topic probably won't be Spence Crawford, but I will find your ass an opponent. I know you ready to debate, bro, but damn, you are not in the debate, but I appreciate the super chat. But I know you want the smoke, bro. I got you somebody. You got my email, man. Hit my email, bro. I got people that's looking for stuff behind the scenes right now, but let's go to Ricky. Ricky, round one. It's on you. Any super chats after this point, I have to catch after Ricky go. I got to give him the same respect I gave KD. But go ahead, Ricky. It's on you, bro. Round one. What did Errol mean by the easy route, bro? Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Shout out to a boxer die, man. Great argument. Make sure you just hit the star on the super chats. That's how you know they stay in the background for you, right? First and foremost, shout out to the chat. Y'all know who it is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
What the Errol? Let's say this first and foremost for y'all Bud fans, for Boxer Die. You know what I'm saying? Bud a good little fighter, bro. Good little fighter, man. Can't take nothing away from the man and what he done. But let's talk about the facts. Shout out to you with your dictionary, your dictionary explanation of the easy route, right? The easy route would entail that it's something simple. A route is getting from point A to point B, but in that route means that you're on a journey. It means you're trying to accomplish something. So what did Errol Spence say about the easy route? It meant exactly what he said. In business, it's easier to make the fights at PBC than it is at Top Rank. Now, with time being the truth teller, we can see that's absolutely correct. Because every other day we're arguing about where the fuck is this fight at, correct? But that's neither here nor there. If the route was so easy, and if it meant exactly what Box or Die said, what did the easy route mean when Bomac said it? Did it mean the exact same thing that you said meant for Errol? Or was it that the journey to fight those fighters and make fighters with WBO and top ranked fighters easier to do? Right? And if Bud was so easy, if Bud been calling out for this man since 2014, why did he not utilize the leverage he had when he was the undisputed champion, moving up from 140 to press Errol to get the IBF belt? When he had the leverage to do so. But again, in this journey, it's all on Errol, right? The easy route is a fighter going to pull all three belts, right? The easy route isn't for Bud. He's been fighting so tough competition while babysitting one single belt, the WBO. You know, the first belt he got, the belt he didn't had all this time from one fight from moving to 147. And Errol's taking the easier fights and the easier routes. 2, if the route is the journey of fighters, yes, Bud Crawford would be Errol's toughest opponent, but we're talking about the journey to undisputed at this point, correct? So we can definitely say that Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Ugas is better than a washed up Amir Khan. No. Danny Garcia was easier. right? We can say closer to prime Sean Porter, right, is better than a Green Beans. Easy route. Easy route. How is it the easier route when he's done the most work in the division? If Bud went the harder way at 147, why is he still using the claim that I was undisputed and all the accolades that you did in a division you're no longer in? And if the route was so easy, and this was the place Bud wanted to get to in the first place, why he still ain't made the fucking fight? I'll step away from the mic.
All right, man. Let me catch these super chats. Shout out to hold on. I hit the star like you said, Ricky, but it didn't. I don't know. I'll find it.
You should be able to go to the private chat and it should show them in there, I think, if you start them. Nope, it should say start. So where it say live and start.
Yeah. I got it right here. But shout out to my sister-in-law, Candor21 with the $20 super sticker. I appreciate you. Shout out to my brother Zulu Line with the $20 as well. Give me 1 second. We about to put it on Boxer Dot for his rebuttal. We live right now. I forgot to drop this on Twitter, so I'm dropping this on Twitter. I want as many people in here as possible. Everybody smash the like button. We got 200 people in here, 133 likes. I know it ain't 67 haters in here, so maybe you just forgot. But go ahead and smash that like button real quick, and let's get to it. So, all right, Boxer Dot, my brother KD, King David, you got 5 minutes for a rebuttal. I'm starting the timer right about now. All right, bro, go ahead. It's on you. 5 minutes. Go.
Cool. So the good brother made a few points that I want to definitely rebuttal for sure, man. He made something. He said something to the effect of why Bud Crawford didn't go the IBF route or a statement that Bomac made. So first and foremost, I want to make sure that we make it clear that Bomac made a statement in regard to the easy route, not Terence Crawford himself. Unlike Errol Spence, who told a grown man to his face he wanted to take an easy route rather than fight, right? So that's the first thing I want to point out. Now, the second thing is he made a statement in regards to why Bud didn't go the IBF route in order to challenge Errol Spence directly, which I think that's what it said. So that's very easy to rebuttal because at the time Bud Crawford was moving up to 147 pounds. He didn't even have the IBF belt. So there's no way you could go the IBF route without the IBF belt. If any of you all recall correctly, Terence Crawford actually dropped his belt because they were trying to force him to fight Sergey Lipinets. Okay, so he actually dropped the belt. So there's no way he could go the IBF route without an IBF belt. So that's the first thing, right, in regard to that statement. The second thing is the only sanctioning body that has rules where you can move up right away and challenge for the belt is the WBO. Okay, the WBO allows you to do the mandatory right away. That's the only sanctioning body that allows you to do that. No other sanctioning body allows you to do that. You can move up and be placed in the top 5, but you cannot move up and challenge the champion right away. And we all know Errol Spence Jr. was trying to fight Jeff Horn, meaning Jeff Horn, Errol Spence would have collected that belt and probably would have been undisputed by now and moved out of the division. Okay. So now let's turn our attention to I think the brother said something in regards to Bud's level of competition at 147 pounds. You mentioned Danny Garcia, right? He didn't really big up Danny Garcia as a credible opponent or anything along those lines. But just to talk about that a little bit, Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia, which is a guy that Terence Crawford stopped, which I might add, the only fighter to stop Sean Porter was a Terence Bud Crawford. Okay. So let me make that clear. And then the brother said something like Earl's done more work in the division, something along the lines of heavy lifting. I don't think he said those words, but he probably wanted to say that because Errol Spence says that a lot, right? That he's done the heavy lifting. But my question is, if Errol Spence is doing the heavy lifting, why is he fighting guys that have been beat before? Okay. This is Errol Spence's first weight division. He's been in the same weight division for the last 10 years. If we really keeping it a buck, Terence Bud Crawford, this is his third weight division, and he's done what Errol Spence has done. And he's been in 3 weight divisions, became undisputed in 1 in the same time it took for Errol Spence to collect 1 belt. So I don't know about all this heavy lifting or all this tough competition that Errol Spence is beating, when in reality, when you think about his opponents, he hasn't fought as many undefeated fighters as Terence Crawford. He hasn't been in as many unification bouts as a Terence Bud Crawford. He hasn't gone to any other weight division like a Terence Bud Crawford. We can go down the list, accomplishment for accomplishment. He hasn't achieved anywhere near as much as a Terence Bud Crawford. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. Pass the mic to my brother. Go ahead, fam.
All right, with time to spare. All right, Ricky. Let me get the timer going. We got 5 minutes on the rebuttal. I got 190 watching, 151 likes. Y'all please hit the like button, man. Let's get as many people in here as possible. All right, man. 5 minutes for your rebuttal. It's on you, bro. Go ahead.
You can't make this stuff up, right? You dropped the IBF belt. Why? When y'all keep, not y'all, nobody on this panel, but Bud fans keep saying he been calling for Errol since time of Turner. So you dropped the one route to the fight for the dude you was calling for. Okay. Janet Jackson. Y'all know who Janet Jackson is, right? Had a hit single back in the 80s, early 90s, right? What have you done for me lately? It's funny how that only applies when people want to apply it, when it applies to Bud Crawford, right? Oh, Sean Porter, he beat Sean Porter. He knocked him out like nobody else, right? Right? But Errol beat him first. Right? And then it's Bud's accomplishment. Oh, this all he did at 135 and 140, right? But then when we say Errol did the heavy lifting in the current division, it's nothing. It's nada. All for Bud Crawford, though, right? No other fighter gets these acclaims but Bud Crawford. Nobody else get this grace but Bud Crawford. Right? And I, again, ask, if the easy route meant what it meant, what you said, Boxer Die, what did it mean for Bomac when he said it? Now we want to push Crawford away from the people he paid to represent him and make choices in his career. Oh, it wasn't Bud. That's it, it was Bomac, it was Bernie. So do they work for him or the other way around? Are they with him or not? Who do we believe? Right? Because if we want to believe what men say, because men move a certain way, and we want to hold accord to what men say out their mouth, then at this point, we shouldn't be even expecting a Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight, correct? Easy route. The easy route. When everybody knows in the year of 2018, 2019, and 2020, before the pandemic, that the PBC had all the elite welterweights. I need you to listen.
Did you hear what I said?
Had all the elite welterweights. You know right now, you know exactly how Top Rank have all the elite 135 pounders. You know this street that exists, that people want to act like they made it up for them, even though it was purse splits and streets back in Floyd Mayweather's day and Roy Jones Jr.'s day? Easy route. When you could have came over to where the money was being made and signed with a black business, you know, because Bud all about the civil rights movement with Sue and Bob, you know, the case that hasn't been refiled. The easy route. The easy route. Again, a route means that there's a journey to accomplish something. And if we being honest, if we keeping it a buck, one welterweight has been moving to accomplish something in the division, and one other has been babysitting the belt he got at the first fight since he been at the 147-pound weight division, and his name is Bud Crawford. And the man that, as you've been saying, as Errol fans we like to say, did all the heavy lifting was Errol Spence Jr. Tell me what's easy about that.
You doing, Rick? You got 30 seconds. All right, man. Look, I'm about to put the poll up. Y'all can be quiet. Y'all can talk a little shit to each other. Don't matter to me. Loyal to the game box and talk. My brother Kwame back in that super chat with the $2. Says, nigga beat in Dungo. I rest my case. Kwame. Somebody who want to debate loyal to the game, bro? Loyal to the game is in here.
And Dongo was a unified champion, wasn't he?
He debating, bro. He debating and ain't nobody debating you, bro. Mr. Turner with the $10 in the super chat. He said, I hate when people act like facts don't exist. Keep going. Power to the people. All right, let me get the poll up. Look, man, both of these brothers cooked. Vote unbiasedly as best you can. But at the end of the day, both of these brothers is doing their thing right now. We're going to get to round 2 in just a second. Let me put the poll up one time. All right. And subscribe to both of these brothers as well, man. They both taking time out of their day. They got their own channels. They're taking time out of their day. The least we can do is support these content creators by subscribing to their channel and checking out their content. These are both great boxing minds. They don't just talk Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. So please subscribe to Ricky Williams and subscribe to Box or Die, bro. Y'all have to, man. You know what I'm saying? This is how we get people to want to participate. This is how we get people to want to be a part of this movement that we're trying to get going, is by showing them the respect and showing them the gratitude of taking time to talk boxing for us by at least subscribing to their channel and going and checking out their content and hitting the like button on all of their videos. Both of their links in the description. Y'all gonna hear me say that between every single round. I want them to come back to me because I rock with both of them. They need to come back to me saying that they grew from this debate and that they both gain more subscribers. So please go subscribe to their channels. 219 people in here with 178 likes. Just a little quick math. That's about 40 people ain't hit the like button, bro. It's about 40 people ain't hit the like button. So please hit the like button. Everybody, get your votes in, because right before I start the rebuttals for round 2, I'm closing the voting for round 1. So everybody, get your votes in. Who do you think won round 1? Let's get to round 2. In this round, Ricky will go first since he went second in the last round. Ricky, it is on you. Round 2 for this part. You have unlimited time to speak, and it's a very simple question. Who the duck, bro? Who is the duck? We want to know who the duck is. Go ahead and talk your shit, man. I'm going on mute.
Man, Bud Crawford's the duck, bro. He been ducking Errol Spence since time eternal, man. Clout chasing this dude. When he first was moving to 147, everybody talking about that he was calling for Errol Spence. This man never said Errol Spence's name. He was calling for Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Again, like I said, bro, I done said this on my channel and I'll say it here. If you're trying to fuck a bad bitch, you go to where the bad bitch is at. Perfect example. To put this on another fighter, Devin Haney had no leverage. He had one belt that people wasn't recognizing. To get his shot, he had to eat a shit sandwich to come over and make a move over the top rank. Crazy part is this. Everybody knows in boxing, casuals, boxing insiders, the boxing corporation as a whole. Bud fans have said, Errol fans have said, you name it, or said out their mouth with no remorse, quicker than you can blink your eyes, Bob Arum ain't shit. Bob Arum ain't nothing. Bob Arum don't promote black fighters. Bob Arum's never make the big fight with black fighters, right? Get away from him as soon as possible. Get away from him. He ain't no good for you. He don't know how to promote black fighters. Bud signed with him twice. Signed with him twice. When the welterweight division was at its highest peak and as hot as it could have been. Because I don't care what y'all say. You can lie all you want. You can say this and that. But before the pandemic, no one knew the future except the government. But no one knew the future. But at the time, when Bud Crawford was able to be released, when he was done with Bob Arum, he re-signed with that man. He re-signed with him, knowing he was going to be at 147, knowing that all the competition was over at PBC. Now, what everybody's going to run with is this boogeyman. Oh, he was the boogeyman. Nobody wanted to fight him. This is a business first. This is a business first, and it's a sport second. Bud doesn't sell. He didn't sell then. He won't sell now. So no one was ducking him. There's no point of fighting a fighter who's not going to put ass in the seats, especially when you on top of your game, especially when you have a bevy of welterweights to rotate throughout your roster, just like Top Rank at this point with the 135-pound division. And nobody says any of that shit that they be saying for Bud. Nobody was saying that shit about T.O. and fucking Lomachenko. He said, does you guys in DSG sell, Tyrese? To answer you in the chat, yes, they do. Both of those fighters got more pay-per-view sales than Bud Crawford. Ugas has 2 fights and sold more than Bud Crawford. These are facts. Again, y'all need to understand the business of it, because the business is what stopped the fights from happening. Right? Duck number 2. He comes out and files a lawsuit against he says in the same breath on his final fight with Top Rank, Errol Spence is ducking me. But then comes out not even 2 hours later on the same broadcast and say it's Bob that couldn't make the fight. If Bob can't make the fight while I was with him, how he gonna make the fight now? He leaves Bob, has total anonymity in his business practices, and the fight's still not made. You rush into this man. You off the porch, puppies off the porch, the gate is wide open, no chain. Still no fight. Errol Spence not paying you. How can the A side price themselves out? The A side is presenting you with a paycheck. The A side's network is financing the fight for you. How can an A side price themselves out? Duck number 2. You get away from Bob. You file a lawsuit saying that it was racially motivated, the reason you didn't get the fights you get. Nothing becomes of it. The internet goes crazy. He drops it and doesn't refile. Errol Spence beats you guys in a dominating performance. Somebody Bud hasn't fought professionally. Dismantles him. Because Bud fans love to use the example. Well, he did that to Sean Porter. Yep. Sure did. Janet Jackson. Dismantles him. Posted on Twitter, because you know how Bud loved to post on Twitter. I'm not signing nothing till the Ugas fight is done. Ugas fight's finished. Where's our fight? Where's our fight? Every time we see EJ speaking on the mic right now, hey, that fight getting made. I'm positive getting made. What we got to do to get it made? We see Bud. I hope it happened. Maybe it might happen down the line. We see Bomac, again, the guy y'all want to push him away from like they don't work together, like they don't have a business plan, like they don't talk in conference. And he say 50-50 or no fight, when clearly he's the B-side. If it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, swim like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a goddamn duck. I'll relinquish the mic.
Already. Shout out to Mr. Turner with a $10 super chat. Says subscribing to Ricky right now. Speak them facts, bro. And Mr. Turner, go subscribe to Box or Die as well. Mr. Gumbo with the $5 in the super chat says salute knockout. This dude can't win on a Spence supported channel. Shaking my hand. Mr. Gumbo, I resent that. I'm a truth supporting channel, bro. I tell you what, Mr. Gumbo, tell me where you seen me lie, bro. Mr. Gumbo, tell me the time you seen me lie, bro. Tell me the time you seen me lie, and then we can have a conversation, Mr. Gumbo. But shout out to you, Mr. Gumbo. I know you always support, man, so I appreciate you. I think I got a couple more down here. Let me get to them. Give me a second, and we're going to get a mic to Box or Die. Shout out to my brother ABN with the $5 in the super chat. He says, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, keep doing your thing, fam. You and KQKC be holding it down. And Bud, nobody believes you. I appreciate that super chat, my brother. And shout out to Post Up with that super chat with the $5. He says, thanks for the wrench, KO. Was wondering, did you get a chance to watch the Marty Brown interview about Spence and Crawford? Post Up, I have not. If you can send it to my email, which is in the description, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. I get a lot of information, bro. So if you can send that by, I will definitely look at it and make some content on it for you, bro. Just send that over to me. I think there's one more down here at the bottom. Yep, right there. Oh, I missed. There it is. Shout out to my brother Jermaine Bean with the $2 in the super chat. Easy 10-8 round out the gate for Ricky. Jermaine Bean, we don't know because we ain't heard the brother King David talk yet. But King David, it's on you, bro. Who is the duck? Floor is yours. Go ahead and talk your shit, man. Unlimited time for this round before we get to the rebuttal segment. Do your thing, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, salute everybody in the chat, man. All the haters and all the, you know, man, all the supporters, man. Salute to y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get the cooking on this one, though. You know what I'm saying? But you know, obviously, man, you know, my contention is that Errol Spence Jr. has been ducking Terence Bud Crawford for the last 4 years. You know what I mean? And you know, my reason is real simple. My reasoning is real simple, man. You know what I mean? Errol Spence has done nothing but build barriers, create obstacles, and completely contradict itself over the last 4 years, leading guys like me and other boxing fans to believe he don't want to fight with a Terence Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. You know? And in order to explain this properly, man, I got to go back 4 years. You know what I mean? When Terence Bud Crawford was moving from 140 to 147. So buckle up, because we gotta take a ride through memory lane real goddamn quick.
Shit, we strapped in, homie. Shit, you got unlimited time. Talk your shit. Do you think?
Yes, sir. We gonna get all the way into it. So, you know, we're gonna go back 4 years. We're gonna go back to the time where Bud Crawford was moving from 140 to 147, and Terence Bud Crawford announced to the world that he wanted to face all the top welterweights. You know what I mean? And if you recall correctly, at the time, Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, and Keith Thurman were the champions at the time, right? You know, so obviously any reasonably thinking human being would assume that Terence Bud Crawford was calling them out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just common sense at this particular point. So at that point, that's when the thing started to move. You know what I mean? But shortly after, you know, both Keith Thurman and Errol Spence responded to Terence Bud Crawford coming up to the welterweight division, and they responded that Bud Crawford needed to get a belt first. So we got to stop right here. You know, we got to stop right here, because you're telling a undisputed champion at 140 pounds, a lineal champion, by the way, at 140, a lineal champion at 135, and a champion at 135, that he needs to get a belt first, which, if you think about it, it's a little asinine in itself, because Terence Bud Crawford at that particular point in time has proved itself to be one of the best fighters in the world, top 3 pound for pound fighter after becoming undisputed, the first modern day undisputed champion. So it was very weird, you know what I mean? Very weird for him to say that first and foremost. So that's barrier number one. Why does Terence Bud Crawford need to get a belt after becoming an undisputed champion at 140 pounds, moving up to 147 pounds? So now, with that said, right? With that said, Bud Crawford still had to prove himself, right? And I know what a lot of dudes want to say. A lot of dudes going to say, well, Bud Crawford hadn't proved himself, right? Bud Crawford, he still needed to prove himself as a welterweight. He's not a true welterweight. He need to get in the ring with some true welterweights. That's what a lot of dudes want to say. Bud's moving up. He got to prove himself. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then you got to explain why Errol Spence Jr. decided to fight Mikey Garcia, a dude coming up from 135 pounds up to 147 pounds in his first fight. If the case is that Bud Crawford's not a credible welterweight at that weight division. So first and foremost, we need to understand that. First and foremost, if you're saying that Bud Crawford has improved himself at 147, then you got to explain to the world why you decided to fight Mikey Garcia, a 135 pounder, moving up to 147 in his first fight. Okay, so we got to make sure that we get that first and foremost out the way. So we got barrier number one and we got contradiction number one from Errol Spence Jr. Okay, let's keep it pushing though. So shortly thereafter, Bud Crawford successfully grabs the belt off of Jeff Horn in his first or second fight at 147 pounds, and he becomes the champion, right? He did what both Errol and Keith Thurman told him he needed to do in order to get a fight. So we need to make sure we make that clear first and foremost, right? So he does that, right? And now we got to go back to the Mo Hooker fight, right? Let's go back to that moment, because at that particular time, we hear Bud Crawford approaching an Errol Spence Jr. And the first question is, I got a belt. You told me when I got a belt that I'd be able to get a fight. So for anybody, first and foremost, that says that Errol Spence never told Bud Crawford to get a belt, Errol Spence admitted out of his mouth, he said yeah and agreed that he did in fact tell Bud Crawford he needed to get a belt, right? So at that particular time, Bud Crawford's approaching Errol Spence about the fight, and any grown man, any dude with any kind of real pride or honor about himself, right there at that particular point in time, they would have honored what they said, and they would have fought the dude that they told to get the belt, not only because it was it's a thing a grown man to do to honor his word, but also because Terence Bud Crawford, he had a belt, he had a name. It was the biggest and best fight at that particular time. Someone maybe contend Mikey Garcia would be a bigger fight, but no one really knew at the time because Mikey Garcia had never been on pay-per-view when a Bud Crawford had been on pay-per-view. So this is the understanding that we need to know first and foremost. But yet and still, Bud Crawford's met with yet another barrier, another hurdle, in which case now Errol Spence needs to take the easy route in order for the fight to happen, right? The easy route. So now, once again, the easy route comes into play. And again, like I said, another barrier, another hurdle in place, preventing the fight from happening, even though Errol Spence promised Terence Crawford a fight after he got a belt. But let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. Hold on. Okay, so cool. Contradiction number 3, right? Errol Spence goes on a rant. He goes on a rant. He says, Bud Crawford is on the other side of the street. I fight for Showtime and Fox, right? I fight for Showtime and Fox. Bud Crawford's on the other side of the street. Why are we going to make that fight, right? Why would we do that, right? Which is very interesting because at the time, Wilder versus Fury 1, 2, and 3 also happened during that time, right? Those were cross-promotional fights at that particular time. It's also weird because Terence Bud Crawford had also fought 2 guys that were on PBC in a John Molina and a Felix Diaz, right? also PBC fighters. But why is it that there's a problem with the other side of the street when it comes to a Terence Bud Crawford? And again, the other side of the street in contradiction number 3. Why is it the other side of the street for Terence Bud Crawford, but it's not that same energy for Jeff Horn? Because once again, Jeff Horn was on the other side of the street, right? So why is it Errol Spence is so keen on fighting a Jeff Horn who's on the other side of the street when it's so impossible at this point to make a fight between the two? Why is it that Errol Spence is so keen on fighting a Jeff Horn who's on the other side of the street, but it becomes a problem for a Terence Bud Crawford? But to take things a step further, Errol Spence Jr. calls out Canelo Alvarez, who's another guy who's also on the other side of the street. So wait a minute. Help me understand, y'all. Errol Spence Jr. says that Bud Crawford's on the other side of the street, and it's a problem to make that fight. But it's not a problem for Canelo Alvarez and Jeff Horn. Y'all make this shit make sense to me, y'all. I'ma still knock out words. Y'all make this shit make sense to me. You know what I mean? How in the hell is it an issue for Errol Spence Jr. to fight Jeff Horn and Canelo Alvarez, but it's a problem for a Bud Crawford? So, but let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. Because we got plenty more, actually. You know what I mean? We got plenty more. I was getting warmed up in that first round, but I'm pretty warm right now, y'all. Let's keep it going. You know what I mean? Then we get into contradiction number 4. Because again, all we've seen from Errol Spence over the last 4 years is barriers and hurdles, and all these different rhymes and reasons as to why he can't get in a fight, get in the ring with a Terence Bud Crawford. But yet and still, here we are again with another barrier and another hurdle. Errol Spence announces to the world that Bud Crawford got to take a 60-40, 70-30, 80-20 split, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. Help me understand, fam. Bud Crawford got to take a 70-30 split, even though Errol Spence has never, and I repeat, never given anybody a 70-30 split. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Does it sound like a man who really wants to fight? You know what I mean? But I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna say, oh, Errol was joking. A kiki and a kaka. Errol Spence was joking. He didn't mean none of that shit. He was joking. I remember that interview. Y'all remember the interview. I was joking. I was playing around, y'all. Okay, cool. But what about the 60-40? What about the 60-40 split, right? And I know y'all in the comment section, y'all thinking the same thing that I know y'all thinking. Errol Spence is the bigger draw. Errol Spence is this. Right, okay. Well, let me get this straight, though. Bud Crawford is supposed to take a 60-40 split when that's the same split that Danny Garcia got? So hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Danny Garcia got a 60-40 split with no belt. And Danny Garcia got a 60-40 split with 2 losses. Danny Garcia got a 60-40 split with no belt or pay-per-view experience. But Terence Bud Crawford, the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, is supposed to take the same thing that Danny Garcia took? Okay, y'all really got to make this shit make sense to me, y'all. Because Errol got 3 belts, right? So each belt is supposed to represent a percentage, right? So if that's the case, right, and Errol got 3 belts, or at the time he had 2 belts, right? Danny Garcia had no belts. So that must mean that Danny Garcia should have got paid nothing the whole time, right? Because Errol had 2 belts, Danny had 0 belts, so Errol should have took all the money, right? Yeah, y'all really got to make this shit make sense to me, you know what I mean? All the way across the board. But let's keep it going, though, because we're going to go right into contradiction number 4, right? And contradiction number 4 is the fact that after Bud Crawford finally, right? He gets done with Top Rank. He fires his promoter. He's done with Top Rank, right? He makes the effort to cross the street in order to get an Errol Spence Jr. fight. Errol Spence Jr., as soon as that happens, pays Stanionis step aside money in order to get a Ugas fight right after Bud Crawford became a free agent? So hold on, y'all. You mean to tell me that Errol Spence Jr. wants a fight with a Terence Bud Crawford, even though he paying guys step-aside money so he can fight them in lieu of a Terence Bud Crawford? So here's the other thing that I need y'all to understand, y'all out there listen. Why is it that there are no guarantees that a fighter is going to make it from one fight to the next? So each and every time a fighter stalls a fight, essentially what they're saying is, I'd really rather not fight you. If it comes to the point where I do have to fight you, I may, but I'd really rather not fight you. And that's been Errol Spence Jr.'s philosophy this entire time when it comes to a Terence Bud Crawford over the last 4 years. I really had rather not fight you, and I was hoping something happened to you prior to me getting to you, so that way I can avoid the fight. But since how you're still there and I almost got no choice at this particular time, let me try to see if I can get the fight, right? That's what it is at this particular point. And let me respond real quick to what my brother said, because my brother made some points, so we got to get to that real quick before we close up. He mentioned Bob Arum, right? But again, it's always blame Bob, but there's no issues with the fights that are able to be made cross-promotional between Top Rank and PBC. The Crawford John Molina fight was a cross-promotional fight with PBC, right? The Crawford Felix Diaz was another cross-promotional fight with PBC, right? Wilder Fury 2 and 3 were also cross-promotional fights with PBC. So explain to me why Bob Arum is an issue, right? Explain to me why it's an issue to sign with Bob when Bob Arum's paying you the highest guarantee as a welterweight. Do y'all not know that Terence Bud Crawford is the highest paid welterweight? He has the highest net worth, and he's the highest paid welterweight, right? So explain to me, what would it mean for you for a guy to cross the street, fire the promoter that was paying him the most amount of money in order to take a pay cut fighting an Errol Spence Jr.? I'm gonna need y'all to really make this shit make sense to me, though. And then the brother also said something like, Bud don't sell, right? I think that's what he said. Bud don't sell. So your Dennis Ugas does, right? That's what he said. He said, and then he brought up Ugas, and then he said, well, Ugas got more pay-per-view sales than a Bud Crawford. But he's forgetting to mention, of course, the fact, I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional, but the two pay-per-views that he's talking about were with Manny Pacquiao, the second highest selling pay-per-view guy of all time, right? And an Errol Spence Jr. But the Errol Spence Jr. could only go off the numbers off of a Manny Pacquiao in order to give Ugas the split he got, which is 50-50, right? So really, we can only use the Manny Pacquiao numbers. And then when we use the Manny Pacquiao numbers, we need to understand Manny Pacquiao's like the second or third highest selling pay-per-view guy in history. And in his fight with Dennis Ugas, he did the lowest sales or the lowest pay-per-view numbers ever in history for a Manny Pacquiao fight. And that's because nobody knew who the fuck Ugas was, right? And that's no disrespect to Ugas. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that Bud Crawford can't sell, but Ugas can, or Danny Garcia can, or Sean Porter can, because at the end of the day, none of them dudes were on pay-per-view prior to an Errol Spence Jr. fight, right? And then the brother said something about how can the A-side price themselves out? Oh, that's easy. 70-30, 80-20 is clearly a price out, because once again, Errol Spence has never given anybody a 70-30, 80-20 split. Not Sean Porter, not Danny Garcia, not Mikey Garcia. Nobody, fam. And then he also said something, and this is the last point I'm going to make, and I'm going to close it all the way out. I'm going to conclude it, and I'm going to close it out. But then he also said, Bud said, I hope we can make it happen. But of course, he doesn't mention all the dozens and dozens of times Errol Spence was asked about a Bud Crawford fight, and the only thing that came out of his mouth was, we'll see. Of course, he don't want to mention that. But in conclusion, Errol Spence Jr. has been ducking Terence Bud Crawford for the last 4 years. It's written in the sky. All the facts and everything line up with it. You know what I mean? And that's all there is to it. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass the mic.
All right, man. Real quick, shout out to my brother-in-law. I'm your daddy with the $30 in super chat. He says, keep grinding. Shout out to, I missed a couple here too. Shout out to Candor21 with that super sticker with the $20 in super chat. Shout out to Tyrese Bowie. If I'm saying your last name wrong, bro, I apologize, but they look like Bowie to me. With the $2 in super chat, he says, cook, box, or die. He won't horn. That's a dagger. Tyrese Bowie back in that super chat with the $2. He said, box or die second. TKO start the post-fight interview. My brother Andre Williams in the super chat with the $2. He said, why haven't Bud fought for a belt since Jeff Horn? Shout out to Mr. Turner with the $10 in the super chat. When did Earl ever say he wanted to fight Horn out his mouth? Let me know. Shout out to Mr. Shelton with the $2 super chat. Bud's fans don't buy his pay-per-views. It's y'all fault, he says. Shout out to my beautiful wife with the $10 in the super chat. Thank you, baby. She say smash the like button. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. 230 likes, 253 people in here. We got 23 people still ain't hit the like button. Please, please, please smash the like button. And shout out to Andre Williams again in that super chat with the $2. He say pay-per-views, ? Bud can't sell lemonade at a lemonade stand. And then shout out to my brother, Mr. Shelton, again with the $2 in super chat. Says just making it up as you go along, huh? All right, and then let me go back. I think I saw another super chat come through. Give me 1 second. Oh, shout out to Mr. Turner coming through heavy with that $100 in the super chat. Thank you so much for your support, Mr. Turner. You showing up and showing out today. I appreciate you. Says, the fuck is this man talking about? Earl has been through more ish than Bud, and Bob was being sued because Bud sued his butt for not getting the damn fights he supposedly wanted. So stop. All right, Ricky, rebuttal round. Let me get to... And I appreciate you again, Mr. Turner, man. There's a lot of support, and I appreciate you spending your money, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the content, man. We're trying to get as many of these debates for y'all as possible. But in order to get them, y'all got to smash the like button. And I know it's 254 people in here. Listen to me, bro. You may be agreeing with Boxer Die right now. You may be agreeing with Ricky right now. I don't care. As you can see, I ain't cutting nobody out. So all that shit people try to say about me cutting people off, just you see what the facts are when we have a debate going up here on this channel. But with that being said, they don't just talk Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. So if you're a Terence Crawford fan and you don't like what Ricky is saying, I'm sure he got content. He got fighter ratings. He do old fighters, new fighters, young fighters, champions. He got everything he talking about on his channel, bro, not just Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. So go subscribe to him. His link is in the description. Same with Boxer Dot. Maybe you ain't a Terence Crawford fan, but maybe you like Demetrius Andrade. Maybe you are the camp that Canelo is a duck. Maybe you just like boxing content in general. He does not just talk Errol Spence and Terence Crawford on his channel. He talks about boxing as a whole. We got great boxing minds up here, and they deserve our respect by simply hitting on the link I provided for you guys and subscribing to their channel. If you guys aren't subscribing, if you aren't rocking with them, if you're not showing the debaters that are taking their time to spend with us, that they can grow from doing this, that we support them and we appreciate them, then people are not going to want to sign up for the debate series. So please support both of these brothers and do everything you can to go watch their content and subscribe to the channel. I don't want to be on my soapbox, so I'm going to be quiet. Ricky, I don't mean to cut you off in the flow. Let me get this last little super chat, bro, and then we're going to get back to it. Shout out to Post Up with the $5 in the super chat. Says Ricky dude just cooked himself. Was not, bro. Listen, I love y'all support, bro, but y'all gotta stop. We don't throw alley oops and assistant shit, man. But he says Ricky dude just cooked himself with some of these talking points. He actually killed some of his own arguments. Post Up, I appreciate the support, but guys, please let these guys debate. I had Kwame in here earlier trying to debate. Post Up offering points, and I think I just got a Cash App too, man. Shout out to who is this right here? Shout out to, give me 1 second here. It's loading up, man. Shout out to my brother Educated Jab, man, with the $3 in the super chat, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Always showing support to the channel. All right, rebuttal round. It's on Ricky. We got 5 minutes for the rebuttal. Then we're moving on to the final round that will be judged. Let me get my timer going. All right, Ricky, rebuttal round. It's on you. Timer starts now, man. Do your thing.
Boxer Die. Great points, man. Great points. I gotta give you your respect. But you said a word again. You said it at the beginning. Words mean something. Contradictions. You said that, you made the point that EJ said, maybe, we'll see. Bud been saying the fight's not going to happen, period. He said it, it's on tape. Easy route. EJ said it, but then his own management team, Bud's own management team come out and say the same thing. But it's different for Bud. It's just weird how selective y'all are with what EJ says, and y'all hear what y'all want. But the one thing I know I heard for the last 3.5 years is that Tyrone Davis, my apologies, Bud Allen Crawford has been saying unequivocally that this fight is not going to happen. You said that each belt is worth 10%, right? So if the belts don't count now that EJ have them, why do the belts count when Bud had them? Please pick the story. Right? Please pick the story. And yeah, you're right. Those fighters didn't have pay-per-views, right? Those fighters never fought pay-per-views, but they still do better numbers than Bud, who's got 3. We have to keep acknowledging, we have to acknowledge that boxing is part of the business, right? It shows that EJ is a bigger draw, since those guys, like you said yourself, are sub-tier fighters. So with that being said, when you walk in your femininity, Bud Crawford, you can't pick off the plate. You got to take it all, my guy. When you're walking in your femininity, I need y'all to listen. I got a bunch of background noise. Thank you. Right? When you walking in your femininity, you got to take it all off the plate, Bud. So when EJ told you to go get a belt, you did it. When he told you to take 60-40, you should have done it. And now out the A side, then sent you a contract, because again, what the fans were saying. Just call him out. Say his name. Right? He Candyman. All you got to do is say Bud's name. Call him out. You call him out, no fight. The A side sends you a contract. You don't sign it. And all those points you made, everything you went around, you still haven't gave me an answer of when Errol Spence said, no, this fight is not happening. You can go on YouTube, chat, you can go on YouTube right now, do a search, and find Bud Crawford saying at least 3 times, he don't want to fight Errol Spence. The fight's behind me. I've done more than I did in his little career. I don't need him. You know what? I'll move up and fight Jermell Charlo. If it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck, if it swims like a duck, it's a duck. I relinquish the mic.
Already. Now I apologize, Ricky. That's my fish tank. Y'all can't see, I got a big ass fish tank behind me. So that's what you heard, man. I apologize. I didn't mean to mess up your flow, bro. So my apologies to you, fam. All right, Boxer Die, man. It's on you, bro. You got 5 minutes for your rebuttal, and your time starts now. Do you think?
Yeah. Salute, man. Once again, man, salute to my opponent, Ricky Williams. Salute to you, Knockout. Salute to the chat, all my haters out there, and all the supporters, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. But let me make some quick points and respond to what the brother said. The brother said that Bud made some statements in regards to the fight not happening. You know what I'm saying? You know, I always find it very interesting when people bring up that point when they say the fight ain't happening, right? They always say that, but they never bring up the 3.5 years, the 3 years prior to Bud making that statement. You know what I mean? They always forget about that part. They always want to bring up that Bud said the fight ain't happening, which I always find very fascinating, right? And then the other part about that as well, right, is you can find me 1 or 2 interviews. Bud Crawford is saying the fight ain't happening, but I can find you at triple or quadruple that saying, I'm looking for you, Errol, where you at? Errol Spence has been ducking me. You know what I mean? My thing is all the picking and choosing about what Bud quotes we're going to use, you know what I mean, whenever it suits our purposes. You know what I mean? You want to talk about Bud saying that the fight ain't going to happen, but you don't want to talk about the 3 years. You don't want to talk about the easy route. You don't want to talk about the get a belt first, all the hurdles that Errol Spence jumped through. Bud Crawford jumped through in order to make this fight happen with Errol Spence Jr. It's always convenient for y'all to leave that out. And then other thing, right? The brother also mentioned the fighters, Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, and these guys having somehow better pay-per-view numbers than a Terence Bud Crawford. I'm just trying to figure out how. Where's the track record? Where's the history of pay-per-views that supports what it is that you're saying, right? And then the other part of that, right, is you're giving these fighters credit for the pay-per-views that they did with Errol Spence. But hold on. I thought Errol Spence was the big fish. I thought he was the cash cow. I thought he was the man, right? So how is it that we can give Danny Garcia, Yedenis Ugas, these other fighters that were along the easy route, credit for being a bigger draw than Bud Crawford when they have no track record and the only pay-per-view history they've ever done, meaning the only time anybody ever trusted them to be on a pay-per-view ticket is with Errol Spence Jr. So I don't get that. We really got to pick an argument. Either he's the big fish and he's the guy that generates all these pay-per-views, or he's the guy who's fighting other big name fighters, and the two of them together make up a big pay-per-view or a successful pay-per-view. But it's always convenient how a lot of Errol Spence fans like to switch and they like to pick one. They like to say Errol's the big fish, but then they want to say Danny Garcia and Yedenis Ugas are pay-per-view stars. I'm just not understanding that. Nevertheless, let me address something else the brother said. Again, he mentioned that Errol Spence is that Bud Crawford is supposed to take a 60-40 split. But again, that's the same offer that Danny Garcia took. So how is it that you can expect Bud Crawford, the pound for pound number 1 guy, right? Bud Crawford, a guy with a belt. Bud Crawford, a guy that's undisputed. Not undisputed, I'm sorry. A guy who's undefeated. How can you expect him to take the same offer that a Danny Garcia took with 2 losses, a Danny Garcia with no belt, a Danny Garcia with no history of pay-per-view? The two just don't add up. You know what I mean? And then I think the brother said one other thing, man. Okay, I think I already said that. Anyway, in conclusion, I'm just going to wrap it up right here and now. In conclusion, Errol Spence Jr. has been ducking Terence Bud Crawford for the last 4 years. There's just facts on top of facts, points on top of points, proof on top of proof that back up what it is that I'm saying. I think I seen a brother in the comment section say, when did Errol Spence call out Jeff Horn? Well, brother, in the comment section, you need to do your research because there's video evidence of Errol Spence Jr. calling out Jeff Horn. You gonna say something, Knockout, or you just... Oh, I heard you coming.
Nah, go ahead. You got about 15 seconds. Do your thing.
Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna wrap it up on that, man. I'm gonna pass the mic.
All right, shout out to Mr. Turner with that $10 in the super chat. Appreciate you coming through and showing love. Shout out to my brother BFTB Boxing in the building. BF got a debate tomorrow. Y'all come through tomorrow night. It's gonna be Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, but him and my brother OTB Boxing Class 101. They got a completely different topic with completely different rounds. So y'all come check them out tomorrow. The debate will start at about 8:15, 8:30. As soon as I get done giving my weekly picks for this week, BFTB Boxing and OTB Boxing Class, they gonna have they turn in the ring and they gonna have a debate, man. So y'all be sure to come check it out. I'm putting the poll up. Who do y'all think won round 2? It is up there for you guys to vote. Let me catch some more super chats, and then we're gonna get straight to round 3, man. It'll be on the homie KD King David again, because he went last in that round. So we switching up. We got Tyrese Bowie with another $2 in super chat. Tyrese, I appreciate you showing support to the channel, man. Thank you so much. He says, Ricky, you dead like boys in the hood. R.I.P. All right, shout out to my brother Tyrese Bowie with that super chat. Shout out to my brother Jamal Randall coming through with the $5 super chat. Jamal say, look up Bud TMZ interview in 2018. He said the fight will happen, but not right now. Then in 2019, Errol called Bud out and he got quiet. 4 years. Where Jamal, I appreciate you. And if you want to sign up for a debate, bro, you can hit my email. Y'all debating the debaters in the chat, bro. Y'all in the chat debating the debaters, bro. Like, that shit crazy to me. It's funny, but I appreciate y'all supporting, y'all just participating, man. It shows how passionate y'all are about the sport. Shout out to my brother D-Man Jr. with the $2 in the super chat. It says KO throw in the towel. Nah, I ain't throwing in the towel. These boys gonna fight to the end, cause ain't nobody getting hurt for real. And before we start round 3, I see Mr. Shelton again showing love in the super chat with the $2. He said even Bud said Spence ain't ducking him. And he laughing out loud at it. Let me see here. I think that's all the super chats. Oh, we got Quee coming in with the super chat. I appreciate you, Quee. TWT, the winning team, with the $5 in super chat. She say, Ricky Williams boxing like taking candy from a badass baby too easy. And shout out to Dub Right Side with the $2 in super chat. Says, wow, 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 wow. In my KQKC voice, great show. Thank you so much, Dub. I appreciate you, bro, for always showing support to the channel. So again, I'm gonna keep beating. Y'all can say it's a dead horse. I don't give a damn, bro. We got 240 people in here. Subscribe to these brothers, man. They are taking time to entertain us. They prepared well and studied well for this. The least we can do is subscribe to their channels, show them some love. That way, they will spread the word that we do things right over here at Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and then maybe we can get more content creators to participate. We're trying to make this a thing and make it as big as possible. But here we go, man. We on the round 3, the final round that will be judged. And this one is, who do you blame if the fight doesn't happen? KD King David is gonna be arguing that he is blaming Spence in the damn PBC. He don't care what y'all say. And then Ricky Williams is gonna be arguing that he is going to be blaming Bud Crawford if the fight don't happen. This is the portion of the round that is unlimited. So KD, take your time, get your points out. Who do you blame if the fight doesn't happen, and why are you blaming them? Go ahead and talk your shit, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Once again, man, salute to everybody in the chat, all the haters and all the supporters, man. Salute to you, Knockout, man. You working hard out here, and salute to my opponent, Mr. Ricky Williams, man. Appreciate you, fam, for coming on through. You know what I'm saying? But let me get on into it, man. You know, as far as who I blame for the fight not happening, man, I blame Errol Spence Jr., man. I think that goes without saying. You know, just like Knockout mentioned earlier, you know, when it comes to why I'm handing out the blame to Errol Spence Jr., it's very simple. It's very simple. My reasoning for this is that if you look at history, we see that Terence Bud Crawford has made all the efforts. He's made all the sacrifices in order to get the fight done. He's the one that got the belt when he was requested to get the belt by Errol Spence Jr. and Keith Thurman. He got the belt, right? That was hurdle number 1 / barrier number 1 that I covered a little bit earlier in my last segment. Okay. He waited on an easy route, right? Which another thing, right? 4 long years of easy route, 4 long years of Danny's and Sean's and Mikey's, all these dudes that could have waited after a Terence Bud Crawford fight, right? Bud Crawford patiently waiting on all those fights to happen, right? There was a complaint about the other side of the street, in which case Bud Crawford said, oh, yeah, there's an issue with the other side of the street. Let me go ahead and let me eliminate that as a reason for you not making this fight with me, Errol Spence Jr. He fired his promoter that was paying him the most amount of money that any welterweight was making, right, at the time, or that is making, because to this day, no welterweight right now is making a guarantee of $6 million, period, point blank, period. And these are facts, you know what I'm saying? So again, so he fired his promoter. In order to take a pay cut, making his way to the PBC side, leaving himself vulnerable, as a lot of people like to say, right? A man with no land, a man with no promoter, fired his promoter in order to ensure that this Errol Spence Jr. fight could happen. And again, man, Terence Bud Crawford has made all the sacrifices in order to get the fight done. So in my eyes, it's very hard to believe that a guy who's made all these sacrifices, right, who's put his career on the line, right, who's done all these things on his end in order to make sure the fight happened, it's very hard for me to believe that a guy like that would go into a negotiation room and not be reasonable. On the other hand, we got Errol Spence Jr., who time after time, there's always a new excuse and a new barrier put in front of the fight, right? The easy route, the side of the street, the belt, all these different reasons, these random reasons on why the fight can't happen. So it's very hard for me to believe that Errol Spence is being reasonable in the negotiation table. So that's my reasoning. Straight to the point. You know what I mean? Bud Crawford has been trying to make this fight over the last 4 years. Errol Spence Jr. has not. It wasn't up until April of this year where Bud Crawford said Bud Crawford's name for the first time. You know what I mean? So, you know, again, in my eyes, Errol Spence Jr. is almost forced to fight a fight that he really don't want to fight. And those are my thoughts on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic on that.
All right, Ricky, unlimited round, bro. It's on you. Who do you blame if the fight doesn't happen? Go ahead and talk your shit, man. Unlimited for this portion.
Who do I blame, bro?
You know, man, you're Bud.
If this fight don't happen, it's Bud Crawford fault. What's wrong with y'all, bro? What sacrifices did he make? Being the highest paid welterweight with a guarantee over there fighting welterweights that had nothing for that man. Nothing. Like I told y'all before, man, you got to give Bud Crawford his props, bro. He's a good little fighter, my guy. He's a good little fighter. Right? All this chasing. The prom queen of King High School, you got her right there in front of you when she's still fresh. Get that man what he wants. Sign the paperwork. Where's our fight at? Where's our fight? It seems like Bud is more interested in being a coach than a fighter right now. Shout out to Mo Hooker. Sacrifices. What sacrifices did he make? The only thing that's going to stop this fight from happening is money. And because Bud Crawford was getting paid so much in a market where he was sheltered, you know, because again, y'all want to distance away from Bob. Y'all want to believe Bob's lies. Y'all want to believe when he tell the truth, right? But Bob, the guy your man hired, told him, this guy's losing me money. So let me explain something to y'all about business again, because y'all play like business don't play a part in boxing. It's something called market value. What you really worth, right? Bud, while losing money, was getting $6 million paydays. You cannot go out on the market. Example, Eddie Hearn told y'all for a fact, it's on YouTube. We can't pick him up because we can't offer the money he been getting. He's getting overpaid. Where's the sacrifice? One belt since he been at 147. No attempt to go get any other belt. Where's the sacrifice? Sounds like he was really comfortable to me. It's not his fight. The issue is money. The issue is money. Since we like to go back in time to when he was 140 pound and a 5-division champion, let's go back in time, shall we? To a fight that we know that he was asking for, that we know he wanted. You know, the real person he was calling down at 2018 and 2014 when y'all say he was calling Errol when he ain't called that man's name once. When he was calling for Manny Pacquiao. You finally get the fight. The one fight you said, right? Yeah, those other fighters that Errol, you can't say what they'd have pulled. It's Errol Spence that was the draw. Facts. Well, we know for a fact that Manny Pacquiao is a draw. He brings a country with him. Manny Pacquiao sends a signed agreement. Bob gives him the sign to finally get the fight that you've been asking for. The real fight you've been asking for. The real one, not EJ. right? The real fight you asking for, the one fight that could get you leverage, the one fight that could put your name in the mouth of everybody because you could beat and defeated the Manny Pacquiao. And what did Bo Mac, the guy y'all want to push away from, the guy, even though Bud is still with him to this day, he was just with him on Saturday night when Mo Hooker got cooked by Billy Cobbs. I called that fight, by the way. Y'all want to push him away. Told y'all, live on tape, I told Bud not to sign that fight. We was waiting on the money. We wanted to make sure the money was guaranteed. Like any fighter get paid before the fight happens. That sound like he ducked Manny Pacquiao to me. Oh, y'all don't want to hear that. If it walked like a duck, it talked like a duck, it moved like a duck, it swim like a duck, it's a goddamn duck.
That's all you got, Rick? All right, cool. Shout out to my brother Zulu Line with the $5 in the super chat. He say, is Bud gonna box or throw rocks? Then I got another one from Jermaine Bean. I missed it. There you go, right there. Shout out to my brother Jermaine Bean. He not getting up, Jim, with the $2 in the super chat. Box or die has been knocked out. All right, man. All right, I see what y'all doing. All right, man. Look, rebuttal. It's the rebuttal round. It's on Box or Die. Box or Die. You got 5 minutes to rebuttal. Ricky, I'm gonna get my timer going. Let me see here. Here we go. All right, Box or Die. Floor is all yours. I'm going on mute. You got 5 minutes. I'll let you know when you get 30 seconds left if you get there, man. Go ahead and do your thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So let's address a few things the brother said, man. The brother said that he said something about the welterweights. Bud Crawford took fights as far as the welterweights, the other welterweights not having nothing for him. You know what I mean? I find that very interesting considering the fact that Bud Crawford stopped two of Errol's best opponents to date in Kell Brook and Sean Porter. I find it very interesting that all of a sudden Bud Crawford is supposed to be taking these easy fights that were some of Errol Spence's toughest fights in his career. Very interesting that all of a sudden now they're easy fights. But we know there's always going to be a movement of the goalpost when it comes to Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. We know that, when Bud Crawford beats him, they ain't shit. But when Errol Spence fights him, they're the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But let's keep it going, though. He said something about Bob losing money or something like that on Bud Crawford. I always find it very interesting that people that use Bob Arum quotes, because you never talk about the Bob Arum quotes when he said Errol Spence need to stay away from Bud Crawford if you got any sense, right? Which it seems like Errol Spence followed that advice to the T, because a nigga ain't go nowhere near Bud Crawford for the last 4 years. So let's go on that, and then let's move on to the next point. He said something about Eddie Hearn saying that he ain't signing Bud Crawford because he's unrealistic or something like that. But the facts are Eddie Hearn didn't want Bud Crawford because he didn't have the fights that Bud Crawford needs in his career, which is the Errol Spence Jr. fight, which is the Jermell Charlo fight, right? All them guys are over on the PBC side, right? Which brings me to my next point, right? Because the brother said something like there's been no attempt on Bud Crawford's part to fight these guys on the PBC side of the street, right? But are we forgetting? Are we forgetting that Keith one time Thurman said he needed $10 million in order to fight a Terence Bud Crawford, even though the niggas never made more than a guarantee of $2 million in a fight? Are we forgetting about that? Are we forgetting that Showtime Sean Porter, even before Bud Crawford fought him, said that $1 million was an insult, even though the nigga's highest guarantee was $2 million? Are we forgetting Danny Garcia was offered $2 million by Bob Arum only to completely walk away from the table, no questions asked? Are we forgetting about those things? Because it sounds like we seem to be forgetting about those things as far as no attempt. Because these dudes clearly didn't want no parts of a Terence Bud Crawford. But then the brother also mentioned something along the lines of Bud Crawford ducking Manny Pacquiao, which seems to be very interesting, because are we talking about the same Manny Pacquiao that needed $40 million guaranteed in order to get in the ring with a Terence Bud Crawford. These are facts, y'all. Y'all can sit here and say I don't like what the hell I'm talking about, but these are facts. Google is your best friend, my friends. You know what I mean? Google is your best friend. But in any case, the same Manny Pacquiao needed $40 million up front in order to get in the ring with a Bud Crawford. But when it came to Errol Spence Jr., and I don't remember the purse off the top of my head, but we know that it was significantly less in order to get in the ring with a Errol Spence Jr. than what it was for Bud Crawford. So for somebody to say that Bud Crawford ducked Manny Pacquiao, I don't know about that one, my friend, because the facts don't back that up. They don't back it up at all. You know what I mean? And then he said that, what did he say? He said he didn't call Errol. You said he didn't call Errol's name or something along those lines, or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what the point is, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to pass the mic.
All right, man. With time to spare, you only went for 4 minutes. Shout out to my brother, loyal to the game, Boxing Talk, Kwame. Thanks for reminding me, bro. I don't know how I missed that shit, man. But shout out to you with the $5. He said Bomac just stated 50-50 or no fight because Bud has something EJ wants, like loser talk. So Errol doesn't have 3 belts. Crawford wants. All right, yeah. Hey, I made content on that, but it ain't my place to speak right now. Let me go down. I think I seen another one. And shout out to my brother A1 Hoop Zone. I seen you in that. I seen you in the cash app, bro. Let me see. Let me read it to you, bro. A1 Hoop Zone says for my guy Ricky up 3-0, easy mud work, dude drowning. I appreciate you coming through and showing love to the channel A1 Hoop Zone. Y'all go sub to my brother A1 Hoop Zone. Basketball season getting started up. Y'all need some knowledge. Go holler at my bro, man. And while I'm in between here trying to catch these super chats, y'all go sub to my brother Boxer Die and go sub to my brother Ricky Williams. Let's help them grow. This is the Errol Spence Terence Crawford debate, but boxing is so much more, and they talk so much more. They talk about so much more than just Spence and Crawford. Shout out to my brother Drink More Water with the $5 in the super chat. He say, can't wait till November. All that conviction I'm hearing amongst the fam every day, make sure y'all keep it. Don't become rational when it's announced. Shout out to my brother Drink More Water in here riding heavy for Team Bud. All right, Rick, it's on you, bro. Let me get my timer going. You got 5 minutes for your rebuttal in this final round. Before I start, let me end the voting for round 2. And then we're gonna get to round 4, and we're gonna wrap up the debate and give final words. But you got 5 minutes, Ricky. It's your rebuttal time. Go ahead, do your thing. Floor is on you. I'm going on mute, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Again, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Boxer Die, man. Right? Fact check number one. Fact check number one is that Manny Pacquiao agreed to a $20 million fight with Top Rank and Bud Crawford. Do you know what the split was on that fight? Does anybody know what the split was on that fight? I could tell you.
I would answer, but it's not my place.
I could tell you. An 80-20 split. So for the fight he always wanted, he didn't take. But let's get off that, right? Again, the fight that would have gave him the leverage to make this fight happen accordingly. The fight that would have gave him leverage to make this fight accordingly. Bob Errol. My question is this. You brought up again, in a previous round, you brought up that the Tyson Fury fight was made, even though that was signed with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and PBC before he went to Top Rank. All these other fighters, you even had PBC fighters that fought on DAZN. But again, when conversations are being had in the boxing community, everybody knows that Top Rank traditionally, shout out to boxing, It's tradition. Keep all fights in-house. So knowing that Top Rank, and this is their motive of operation, and you wanted to fight Errol Spence Jr., you wanted to fight a Keith Thurman, you wanted to fight a Sean Porter. Oops, correction, knockout. He never wanted to face Sean Porter. Again, if you're up on your boxing, we know Sean Porter had to force that fight. The WBC had to come in and force an appropriate payday. Bud did what he had to do. You got to give him respect for that. But being at a promotional company that traditionally avoids outside fights, how can you be trying to make a fight with Errol Spence Jr.? Hell, how could you been trying to make a fight with Manny Pacquiao after he left Top Rank? How can you be trying to make a fight with your Dennis Ugas or any other elite welterweights in the division? A-side business. I say again, Bud fans, Bernie, come on, because again, y'all want to push away his camp like they don't represent him, right? Bernie the boxer, they got to take care of Bud. Do Bud a solid. Come on, man, take care of him. He's supposed to be your brother. He should be helping Bud out. If we talking about facts. And if you acknowledge that Errol Spence is the A side, which you got to acknowledge it because he's the one that sent the offer to B side, never sent an offer to the A side. This is the business of boxing, even though y'all want the business of boxing to be special for Bud Crawford. And if he's done everything that Errol said, he got a belt. He waited on the easy route. Well, now Errol is telling your ass, take this money and let's fight. Where's our fight at? Where's our fight? Mr. Screaming in the Ocean. Where the fuck you at, Errol? Mr. Yo team, Errol Spence is a bitch. She ain't nobody. Where's the ink? Your pen don't work? Your pen don't work?
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. That's time, Rick. That's time, bro. It's 5 minutes. Shout out to both of these competitors. I'm about to put up the poll for round 3, and then we about to have fun with round 4. I think y'all gonna like the topic, man. Let me put the poll up. We're gonna do round 4. There's no rebuttal in round 4. It's just for fun. Round 4 is not judges. It's something I like to do to kind of end the debate on a lighthearted note. So give me 1 second. Who won round 3? All right, Ricky. All right, man. Shout out to both Ricky Williams and Boxer Die. Man, we got the poll up for round 3. Y'all go ahead and vote on the poll as we get ready to hop into round 4. It's our bonus round. Now, can both of you guys confirm? Do y'all know what I'm about to ask y'all?
I don't know.
Okay, y'all don't know. Do y'all know what side of the argument you're going to have to take? Y'all don't know, do you? Okay, yeah, I'm confirming. I ain't told neither one of them shit. And Ricky just went last, so Ricky will go first this time, and we'll end the debate. So here is the question. Who wins this fight, and why do they win it? Who wins this fight, and why do they win it? Except I want to test y'all debate skills. So I want Ricky to make the argument that Terence Crawford is going to win this fight. And I want him to tell me why Terence Crawford is going to win this fight. Then I want Boxer Die, my brother King David. I want him to argue that Errol Spence is going to win this fight. And he got to tell us why Errol Spence is going to win this fight. Ricky, the floor is y'all again. Everybody, this is just for fun. So, don't take it serious or whatever. Don't be like, man, Ricky capping. Ricky don't believe what he's saying. King David cap. Don't do all that shit. This just for fun. Ricky, go ahead. It's on you, bro. Why Terence Crawford going to win this fight, man?
You got to be able to assess your enemy to support your side, right? So let's keep it a bean. Terence Crawford wins this fight. It's going to be a knockout. It's going to be by knockout, right? The reason why is the things that Errol Spence, that he can capitalize on, Errol Spence does do. He doesn't move his head off the line, right? He doesn't move his head off the line. While Terence Crawford is one of the most accurate fighters in the game today. He's a sniper. He doesn't throw a variety of punches. He doesn't throw a lot of punches because, honestly, he doesn't have to. His arms are long enough so he can keep distance, right? So he can keep distance. And what he do is he waits till you get off balance. He waits until you make a mistake, and then he snipes your ass. Right? He's going to make sure that Errol Spence does not crowd him, because all Bud's advantages are at length. They're at distance. Those are his advantages. He cannot afford to get in there with EJ because that's not his wheelhouse. But if he's going to come out there, hopefully utilize a strong, stiff, meaningful jab, not a distance jab. Keep Errol Spence at bay. Wait till Errol Spence lunges in and catch him with some hot shit. All right. If he does win, it's going to have to be early. When I say early, within the first 6 rounds, because we all know Errol Spence gets stronger as the fight goes on. And once he gets comfortable, the pressure gets more intense and gets more heavy. And I honestly don't see Terence Crawford winning a 12-round fight. But for him to do it, he's going to have to catch Errol, and that power's got to be real. It's got to mean something. It's got to be exactly what everybody and he believes it is. It's got to be that power that shocks you and puts you down. That's what I got.
All right, let's go over to the brother King David. King David about to start scratching and itching and shit. He's like, man, what I gotta do? Yeah, bro, you gotta do it, man. What if Errol Spence wins this fight? Argue that Errol Spence is gonna win and tell us how and why he gonna win the fight, man.
All right, so before I do that, I just want to be clear: Errol Spence ain't winning this fight. But to answer my boy Knockout's question, if Errol Spence is to win this fight, he's gonna have to do a few things very well. He's gonna have to be able to cut the ring off. He needs to be able to cut the ring. He needs to be able to stop Bud from utilizing his angles. All right, corner him as much as possible. All right, and he needs to do what he does best, which is be active, throw a lot of punches and bunches. Right, utilize his body attack to further take Bud Crawford's movement away from him, if he can do that. And really just do what he does. It's not a whole lot of things that Errol Spence can do to beat Bud Crawford other than what he does best, which is be active, cut the ring off, utilize his jab as much as possible, throw a lot of punches and bunches, and be prepared to get hit. Be prepared to get hit coming in. He's not a guy who sets traps, but if he studies up enough on Bud Crawford, he should be able to see the traps coming in order to be able to get out of the way of them. So Errol Spence, like I said, he just needs to knock out. You love this shit over there, bro. he need to do what he does best, man.
Hey, I got it. It's gonna be in motherfucking it's gonna be up here on YouTube in eternity.
Yeah.
You ever try to debate me when I come over to your shit? I'm like, no, you said Errol Spence is gonna win. I'm play this shit for everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this shit clipped out. It gonna be shorts. I already know. Yeah,
I
man,
never do you like that, bro. I wouldn't do you like that.
Nah, bro, you solid over here, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna pass the mic on now.
All right, bro, man. Look, clap it up. Everybody put some hand clap emojis in my damn chat for these brothers, man. They came up here and they cooked their ass out, bro. Put some damn hand clap emojis in my chat, bro. Shout out to both King David from Boxer Dot and my brother Ricky Williams from Ricky Williams Boxing. We're gonna go to King David first. We're gonna go to him first, man. King David, get your final words. Let everybody know when you live. Let them know what type of content you coming with real soon. And then everybody in the chat, bro, go subscribe to Box or Die. I need, when I holler at King David tomorrow, I need him to have grown by a substantial amount of subscribers. Y'all need to do that for me. If you support me, if you rock with me, go over there and rock with him, because even though you may not have agreed with what you heard him say tonight, I'm sure you will find some fire ass content to agree with. Drink, I'm about to drop the link for everybody to go subscribe, and I'm gonna pin it to my chat right now. But King David, go ahead and give your last words, bro.
Ah, man, this was a good debate tonight, man. Me and the brother Ricky Williams, man. I respect the hell out of the brother, man. It ain't easy doing this content creating shit, bro. So so anybody that do it, bro, I ain't got nothing but respect for him, and he a brother on top of that. So nothing but high respect, high praises for him. KO Boxing, he know what it is, man. That's the homie right there. He come through working hard, bro. You could say a lot of shit about KO, but you ain't gonna say he ain't a hard working motherfucker, man. So
men don't date single moms, but they do. They do.
It just got to be the right situation. That's it.
Yeah, it does.
What's happening right now? What's happening right now?
That's me. That's me.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Go ahead. Katie.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. Nah, but salute to everybody, man, in the chat. Everybody for coming through. Salute to everybody who gonna watch the playback. You know what I'm saying? Good debate out here, man. I appreciate all y'all. And I'm out.
Already, bro. Salute to you, KD, man. I'll see you next time, bro. Hopefully, I'm gonna get you up here on the Demetrius Andrade topic one time, man. I know you want to cook on Demetrius Andrade too. So thank you so much, bro. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks for taking time with us, bro, and coming gracing us with your presence, man.
Appreciate you, my boy. Good work. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
And everybody, his link is in the chat. That's the link that I got pinned right there. Y'all go check out Box or Die, man, right here on YouTube, dropping content all the time. That's his link in the chat that I got pinned for y'all right there. So y'all go check him out. All right, Ricky, give your final words. Let everybody know when you're going live, what you got going on. And I'm gonna put your link in there too, bro. Do your thing.
Man, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to Box or Die. That boy King David, man. I sub to you already. So man, make sure y'all go check out his content. It don't cost you nothing, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the fight. Y'all know me. Just make the fucking fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got money to spend. Y'all know how it go. Shout out to my boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV doing the thing, man. And y'all see how nice this is, man, to be able to get your point off, man. Get your shit off without nobody interjecting, actually making your point, man, and have somebody rebut it. This is a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. But y'all know what we do. Tomorrow's Thursday night, so y'all know that means fighter ratings. I haven't did a fighter yet. I'll have it up on community in the morning. And come through, Box or Die. We come through every Thursday night at 8 p.m., bro. We rate our favorite fighters on a scale of 1 through 10 through different categories. It's an open panel. We can get up to 10, and then we average it out, and we get that fighter rating, man. It's a good time. Make sure y'all come through. Monday nights is just catch up on fights. Tuesday nights, I'm over at Lapeef Let's Talk tonight. Wednesday nights, usually I'm over at Crew Season. Make sure y'all check them out. Subscribe to the content creators, man. And shout out to the fighters first and foremost, man. Even though we have our favorite fighters, they said, we just what we want when we want it, man. These guys still get in the ring, risking their lives for our entertainment and take care of their families, man. So y'all know what it is, man. And y'all know who the fuck I is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all. TWT in the building.
All right, there go Ricky Williams link right there to his channel. Y'all go sub to Ricky, man. Go sub to Box or Die. And I want to know what y'all thought. I got about maybe 20 more minutes. Bro, I want to know what y'all thought of the what y'all thought of the debate. So I'm going to drop the link for anybody that want to come up and talk about what you thought about the debate, who won, why they won, all of that stuff, man. I got about 15, 20 minutes that we can chop it up for a little bit. So there go the link in my chat. Ricky, did you want to stay up, bro? You can stay up if you want to. Okay, you going? All right, bro. Take it easy, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, man, anybody want to come up and talk about the debate real quick? We got about 15 to 20 minutes. We can do that. But y'all go subscribe to both of them brothers, man, and show them some love, bro. But we got the StreamYard in there, man. Let me pin that so I ain't gotta worry about it. But yeah, I want to hear y'all thoughts on the debate, man. Let me know what y'all thought, and I appreciate everybody coming in and rocking out with us, bro. And if don't nobody want to come up, I totally understand. While I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to come up, people do owe me push-ups. Teach. Yeah, Teach. It's up here. Here, let me pin it in the chat for you, OTB. But I got it highlighted right there on the screen, but I'll pin it in the chat. But yeah, Teach. Hit that link, Teach. Hit that damn link and give me my push-ups, bro. You owe me. You owe me, Teach. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Yeah. Right side, what up, bro?
What up, KO? Another great show, brother. Another great show. Good debate. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man. What you think, man? Who you have winning? Oh yeah, if you want to hop up, BF, I got the link in there, bro. You can hop up real quick and pay your debt to society, man. You know what I'm saying? But what you think, Dub? Give me your thoughts, bro.
Shit, man. I thought my brother Boxer Dot, man. I thought he made some good points at times in the debate. I think the facts, man. The facts were hard, and they leaned toward what Ricky was talking about. So I scored it 2-1. You know what I'm saying? I thought Ricky won that though.
All right, that's cool, BF. I ain't tripping. Go. What you think, OTB? What you think of the debate? And your op. I got your op highlighted right now, OTB. I got your debate tomorrow. You say BF is gonna be food tomorrow. He in the chat, and he talking the same way, OTB. First of all, what you think about while I got you up here, bro? What do you think about the debate that you just witnessed? And then secondly, you know what I'm saying? What can we expect from you tomorrow, man? Talk to me.
First of all, man, I thought that I had to give it to you for holding up and doing this shit, man. We brainstormed this shit. You steamrolled your way into it. You know what I mean? And you really presented a hell of a product to the boxing world. So first off, I got to congratulate you for presenting your platform to that. And, yeah, I mean, we definitely gonna always support it, bro. So thank you, Knockout.
Already, no issue. What you got on the debate?
Man,
How
I
you
thought
think
that,
it went?
I thought the Boxer died. He did his thing, but for all of y'all who, man, this ain't about to be nothing. Man, he was supposed to hit the sideline, man. He cut it back inside too many times. You know what I mean? Just so y'all know, I'm hitting that sideline tomorrow, Jack.
Damn, you talking about scoring touchdowns and shit. All right,
man,
for everybody that don't know,
goals.
For everybody that don't know, it's 209 people in here right now. We got another big debate coming to y'all tomorrow, right here on Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I got BFTB Boxing. A lot of y'all are subscribed to him. If you're not, you should be. I got him going up against OTB tomorrow. They doing Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford too, but it's different, man. They doing who needs who, and do they need each other at all? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all need to tune in tomorrow. They got a big debate. What can we expect? You say you're gonna hit the sideline. So what you catching a 3-0 body, 2-1, you making a debatable? What we doing tomorrow, bro? What's up?
Man, this gonna be like a fight that made everybody love boxing, bro. You know how fights that make you love boxing? You can't really decide who you want to win, but when the scorecard come out, you just ain't mad about the decision. So I'm telling y'all right now, man, we about to put on the show. Man, we about to touch all 4 corners of the ring and the trainers too.
Damn, all right. Shout out to my brother D Free. I got a lot of debaters coming. Oh shit. OTB, turn your OTB. Damn all that. OTB, turn your camera on.
I know this nigga. I know now. Don't get it twisted.
OTB, turn your camera
on. I know this nigga is not saying you about the what? Nigga, I haven't, nigga, ain't no 3-0 in this, and nigga, hold on, let me tone it down. There's no 3-0. If there's anybody 3-0ing, it's me 3-0ing you. There ain't no, bro, if there ain't gonna be no, we might as well get rid of that. All you gotta do is just come and show up and talk. You know, because that's all you're gonna be doing. Just talk.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna talk my shit, bro. I'm telling you.
And I love you to death, bro. Talk your shit, bro. I love you to death. That's my family. Talk
man, that's big, bro. For everybody that don't know, we about to talk that shit, man. But I don't want the name that's on your ID. I want BFTB.
Don't back down, dog. I don't need you to back down. I need you to stand on your shit. I need you to give it. I need you to give it. Don't back down, bro.
Hey, big bro, you know I'm coming. When the whole world world watched you call them out.
Okay, yes.
Ain't no smoke. We ain't coming in the ring to take no loss. We want all 3 rounds. Rebuttals too.
I just want to make sure because you know I love my brothers, man. I love my brother and I respect my brother because nobody else is fucking with me. All right. So I respect my brother for coming and accepting the challenge that I gave a month ago.
Talk that shit.
I respect my brother for respecting that because nobody else. The people that claim they want me just make videos. You know better. All right? You know better. You will talk to Knockout. You will talk to my brothers. You will not talk to me. You know better. All right? You know better. You're watching now. You know better. All right? I know that my brother Ricky did his thing. You left so much meat on the bone. Like I was telling my nigga, bro, I would have ate homie food. I would have ate everything out the refrigerator. I would have ate I would have took over his house. I would have took over the block, the state, nigga, the country with bro. I'm listening to homie like, y'all. Now I understand that y'all listen to the God and then y'all try to do things opposite. I get it. But there's a reason why you listen and never click. There's a reason. So I'm here with my homie. If you want it, I'll be here to give it. Right? This is the only other place, not the yard. And if you want to touch it, you want to test your skills, like my brother OTB, push your skills. Test them. There's a reason why none of you niggas is talking. There's a reason. Right? There's a reason.
Oh shit, man! Let me go. Hey,
I'm out, bro.
Hey, all right, BM, take it easy, bro. I see you tomorrow night, and I see you at your shit tomorrow. I know your shit gonna be fired too, bro. I see you at your show tomorrow, man. Peace out, bro. Hey, D Free, man, we was going to you for BM came up here to talk a little shit, man. What you think of the debate, man? Ricky said, "Nah, fuck all that. Talk about how I dismantled this debate." So D Free, what you got on the debate, and then we got D Free coming to the platform to debate very soon too. But D Free, what you think about the work Ricky and Boxer Dot put in, man? If you talking, I can't hear you, D Free.
My bad. Yeah, that was a hell of a debate. Boxing the Dot, he did his thing. It was just the facts back up Ricky more, and I gave Ricky a 3-0 clean sweep on that one. I mean, but he held his own. He was putting out some facts out there. It was just Ricky had more facts on his side, so I couldn't shy away from what the facts is, because regardless of how I feel about these two fighters or whatever, I'm always be 100 when it comes to this debate, and that's what I told everybody. I'm gonna keep it 100, regardless of how I feel about the individuals that's in the debate and how I feel about the fighters that they're talking about. I'm gonna keep it 100. It was just the more facts on Ricky's side. And Coach, I'm coming for that ass.
Oh shit! August 25th, we got D Free versus Coach from Glove Up Boxing and more. They going at it on Gary Antoine Russell and Regis Progress. So y'all got to tune in for that one. August 25th, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. But let me go to my brother. 817. 817. What's good with you, bro?
What's good, man? What's good for the fam?
Chilling, man. What you think of the debate, man?
Here's the thing, right? You got one side who fighting a losing battle. Let's fuck all the bullshit.
Nah, they trying to hear that shit. They told me I was fighting a losing battle with Tank Davis and Devin Haney. Y'all see what I did to Dub, and I know he.
Hey, look here. I'm finna explain that. Right? When you fighting a losing battle, right?
Right side
you have to be the only chances when you got slim chances for victory. You have to be very meticulous, right? You got to be articulate, and you have to be meticulous and methodical in your approach. None of that was done. Oh boy, it was everywhere and then somewhere. And unfortunately, it's hard not to be because of the individual you fucking trying to defend. So, man, fuck all that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
3-0. Take a special type of nigga to
3-0. And say that's a dead man walking. Hey, look, everybody in the chat, you can learn a lot from a dummy. Goddamn me. This motherfucker want a pat on the back because he done ran out to be a motherfucking crash dummy. Nigga, you signed up for it. And you finna get your weak ass smoked. You finna get your ass smoked just like your partner got his ass smoked. See, I sat up here and listened to you, Cap. I listened to you, Cap, but you know how real it is. That's why you had to say something. We all in your pussy, and we all in bud pussy too, nigga.
None of y'all
get your ass cooked tomorrow. I'm out.
Ain't none of y'all.
All right, 817. 817.
OTB say passing that
joint. Hey, OTB, I'm gonna venture to say it don't matter what you say. 817 ain't voting for you tomorrow, bro.
Hey, knockout. We need 817 and Dundada in the building, man. We need both of them to show up.
Dundada ain't gonna click my link, bro.
Right. Look, it's the Farish. This is the Farish debate panel. Now, I mean, everybody get a 817 can't overtalk him. He can't overtalk 817. Those brothers, they need to jump in the ring, man. They need to jump.
Now you know good and goddamn well
Dub
817 gonna cut him off.
ain't lying. I gotta pass the crush real quick because he didn't get a chance to talk. But Dub ain't lying, bro. Like, do y'all know how bad I wanted to talk?
Hey, who you telling, Knock? That's the hardest part.
Do y'all know how bad I wanted to just like butt in, bro, and just like get the cooking and shit, man? This shit hard, man. This shit hard. So you know, just know that we gonna keep it fair over here. And for everybody that be lying on me saying that I don't keep it fair, just show them the Money Brown versus Drico debate, right? Show them the debate with me and Right Side where I checked myself because I started talking while he was talking and I put myself on mute. And then check this debate right here and check the debate tomorrow, bro. We're gonna keep it fair. You just gonna have to come prepared because people really cooking over here. You feel what I'm saying? But Crush, what's up, bro? Go ahead and let me know what you thought of the debate, man, and what you think we got in store tomorrow. I think tomorrow gonna be epic. Tonight was epic. I think tomorrow gonna be epic too, bro. But what you got, right, Crush?
All right, let me start off like this. Let me say this real quick. Everybody got their names and all that shit, but I'm gonna say this right now. I'm Mr. Motherfucking Public Service Announcement, all this shit. But this is a great debate, bro. I love this idea. This was George Cambosis and Devin Haney. You can't say facts going against facts, right? When someone shit is, you can just rebuttal it. Because when we talk about Terence Crawford, it's really hard to back this dude up. It really is. And I like Terence Crawford a whole lot, but we see so much evidence of everything about him that the haters say that he is not. You know what I'm saying? So he tried to create good points, but everything that he came up with was easy rebuttal. So, it was a good debate. He put up a fight. He didn't go out and curl like a little mud or anything like that, but Ricky got him. So, you can't be coming with facts on. When you go facts against facts, there's no such thing really as somebody have more facts. Because it's either on one side, somebody's going to be very easy to rebuttal. On the other side, it's going to be hard to rebuttal. So you have an incorrection going against a correction. That's how I felt about this debate tonight. But tomorrow, everybody be there. We got OTB, my man, Mr. Breaking It Down to the Last Cow Pound is what I like to say because I love his breakdown. And he's going up against the motherfucking goddamn Terminator, grave digger, bone collector. It's going to be awesome, yo. So I'm expecting a really, really bloody debate tomorrow. And it's going to be very informative. So if you're not up on the knowledge of these guys, what they're going to be debating about, or you need to know, make sure you come in with your pen and pad. You're going to need it and probably a towel too, because it's going to be blood and plasma all over the place. Somebody getting murdered tomorrow, man. It's going to be a bloody one tomorrow. It's going to be a great
Hey, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, bro. I want to say this. Our brother Ricky Williams just hit over 2,000 subscribers, bro. That is what I'm talking about. That man got over 2,000 subscribers. Ricky, congratulations. I don't know if you're still listening. I know you already gave us so much time already, but congratulations, bro. Keep pushing, man, and much support and much love to you, bro.
And for everybody who is not subscribed to Ricky Williams Boxing, when I say that this is a show that will be seen amongst boxing fans until boxers don't box no more. Like, man, if you love boxing, man, he give you history, he give you old fighters, new fighters. Those fighter ratings are direct. They're detailed. He break down every part of your fighters, everything that he do in the ring. He gonna give you an accurate grade on it. And you gonna have some credible people up there who opinions that you value as well. So make sure y'all get the Ricky Williams Boxing, man. That's an iconic show he got there.
Hey, man, shout out to Boxer Dot too. It looks like he grew by about 10, 15, maybe even 20-something subscribers. So shout out to him, man. Thank you again, bro. Looks like it went well, man. I'm happy that you're growing and everybody in the building, whether you agree with his argument or not, go subscribe to that brother, bro, because he don't just be talking about Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford only. You may disagree with him on that, just like some people disagree with me. And y'all get that out of my chat. I can see it. I don't know if y'all looks like y'all took care of it yet, but go sub to him too, bro. We got to give these brothers love, man, because they taking time out of their day to come and kick some boxing knowledge with us. All right, let me go to my brother Kyle.
But we got to provide other channels some incentive to come, y'all.
Exactly.
So if we really want this shit to keep going, we got to help everybody who come grow as a sport.
Big facts. That's what I'm trying to do. That's part of the thing I try to tell people when I'm trying to schedule these debates behind the scenes. But let me go to my brother Kyle from the boxing section, bro. What's up with you, Kyle? How you doing, man? Hope you enjoyed it, bro. What you got? What you got on the debate, bro?
Man, it was easy work, man. You know what I'm saying? We know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? We know what was going on. We know what happened. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Ricky Williams 3-0'd him. You know what I'm saying? It was easy work. But man, you know, it takes a lot of courage, man, to get up in front of all these people, man, and get your ass whipped. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for coming on here and debating on a losing argument.
Already. Look, bro, I'm getting ready to wrap it, so I'm just gonna go right back around the horn. Go ahead, Kyle. Give your last words, man. Let everybody know where to find you when you're going live. I know you be going live when people be asleep, but there's somebody up, so let everybody know when you're going live, when you got your car chronicles going, what interviews you got coming up, man. Just go ahead and plug what you got going on your channel, bro.
For sure, man. I appreciate you for extending your platform to me, man. Always and forever, man. We live from the boxing session, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I got a couple interviews I'm working on this week and next week, man. I'll be in the gyms out here trying to make it work. If you're in the Vegas area, we are going to be at the Teofimo Lopez fight, the whole boxing section crew. So if you want to link up with us at the fight, man, pull up on us, man. We're going to have a good time, man. And we live from the boxing section.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, Kyle. I'll catch you next time, dog. Thanks for coming up, bro. Crush, go ahead and give your last words, man. Let everybody know when to find you. My brother Crush got a channel too, so y'all go sub up to Crush. But Crush, give us your last words, man, and let us know where to find you when you might be going live again and what you got going on with your content, bro. Crush, you on mute. You on mute if you're talking, bro. All right, I'm gonna move him off, and then if he want to come back on,
Unc might be at work.
It's all good. OTB, man, give your last word, man. Next time we see you, you'll be in the ring. You'll be in the ring fighting this shit.
Hey, real quick, OTB, real quick before you give your word. Everybody they seem to have you already losing the fight. They calling it an uphill battle for you, bro. What you think about that? And talk to me, man. What you think?
Hey,
yeah, bro.
Let me tell y'all something about
man.
OTB. OTB came in this shit doing film, needing approval from the networks for him to make it in this industry. Man, I came in ready to lose. I had to depend on somebody else. Shit. Come on, man. Y'all think that's gonna scare me? Come on, man. And the numbers don't dictate the facts. You feel me? The facts gonna speak for the facts. So shit, as much as that's big brother, man, everybody done fought their big brother before. You don't swing on your big brother expecting to lose.
All right. Oh, and yeah, my wife just texted me. He ain't ducked. Teach just did him behind the scenes. He came up here and I saw him. He didn't want to get up on in front of everybody, but he did turn on his camera and give his 50 push-ups. My wife ain't playing with y'all.
Damn,
bro.
You finally seen Teach?
Yeah, I seen he didn't want to get on camera though. He wanted to stay backstage, but he knocked him out quick too. Teach strong as shit, bro. Teach strong over. He knocked him 50 out.
You can tell Teach be like talking that shit sometimes.
Yeah, T knocked them hoes out quick, but he didn't want to be up here on camera with us, but he did do them backstage. So yes, T just paid his debt, everybody. But my wife ain't playing with y'all. She keep track of everybody that owe me push-ups. So she ain't playing.
Salute Miss Knockout right now. Everybody salute Miss Knockout.
All facts.
Go ahead and give let everybody know what you got going, man. What's the next film sessions coming up? When your next live show? What you got going on, OTB?
Next film session gonna be Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua.
Real quick, Ricky back. Hey, Ricky, congratulations on 2,000, bro.
Congratulations, Rick.
fam. Real
Much
shit.
love, Rick. Much love.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Shout out to you. Salute to you, man. You deserve that shit and many more. So everybody, I ain't gonna shit. Subscribe to Box of Die and go subscribe to Ricky Williams right now. That's what we do this for. But go ahead, OTB.
Facts. But we got the Anthony Joshua Alexander Usyk film that should be dropping tomorrow about 10 a.m. Be looking for that when y'all get up and get fresh. We ain't do no lives this week. We wanted to make sure everything was polished up and we had a good performance for y'all. So we'll be back live for the Friday Ohio show. I got a special Ohio card that I'm gonna present to y'all. And we working, man. Shout outs to Alicia Bumgarner team. They did reach out, you know what I mean, and say that they gonna try and get some film up for us. So if we get the film up by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we gonna speed rush the Alicia Bumgarner, Michaela Mayer, so y'all can know what y'all looking at as far as that fight concerned. But get the OTB boxing class 1-on-1, TWT, get the knockout boxing 86, get the dub right side. Man, these is my brothers, y'all, and they working hard to make sure that we get y'all products and boxing that y'all ain't seen before. Give it to y'all from some different avenues and give you a different flavor. But for those that y'all that like film, if you don't like mine, get the boxing gyms, get to somebody, study y'all film, man. Film don't lie, and it ain't gotta be film that you can see. Knockout give better film analytics than a lot of guys who show you actual video. So, yeah, I mean, y'all support the content, support the people who really study this shit, and study this shit for yourself, y'all. It's a beautiful sport to study once you know what's going on. On that note, yes, I'm out. Salute.
See you tomorrow night, bro. 8:15, 8:30. Right when I get done with my predictions for the week, we gonna get started, man. Good luck to you, bro. And I can't wait to see what you got in store for the audience tomorrow night, man. But have a good evening, bro, and I'll see you soon, dog.
Motion picture shit, a fight gonna break out. OTB boxing style voice.
All right, man. Later, bro. Dub right side, my brother, my homie, my guy, doing great things over there, man. Give your final words, and of course, somewhere in between them final words, let everybody know where to find you when you're going live, what you got coming down the pipe, because y'all don't know, Dub got a channel. Subscribe to him, and also, he just started like going live. He doing interviews. He got fire-ass boxing minds joining the panel. He had L-Dub boxing on there yesterday. He just doing good work, so y'all go check out my brother Dub right side. But right side, bro, give your last words, man, and, let us know what's on your mind. Let everybody know where to find you and what you got going on, man.
Man, first things first, KO, man, I rock with the channel, man. Great content, another great debate, you know what I'm saying? Love the way you put this together and really structured the debates, allowing everybody to get their points off, and it not being a screaming and yelling match while individuals are talking, you know what I mean? So much love to you. Definitely, man, y'all go sub to the channel, Dub Right Side. We just started our new series, Rocking with Right Side, and it's us doing interviews. Like my brother said, we had L-Dub on the channel. We had a fire-ass interview with him yesterday. You know what I mean? You can come through. And what we're looking to do now, we're not just looking for content creators. We're looking for individuals who are in the chat with us, people that we talk to via chat on a regular basis, and just trying to get to know the family more, you know what I'm saying, on Rocking with Right Side. So, y'all definitely, and if you're in the chat, man, you never know. I might hit you up and say, hey, man, I want you to come through for, you know what I mean, a little interview with me. So the individuals that you talk to on a regular basis, they can get to know you better. And, you know what I mean, we can grow closer as a family. You know what I'm saying? This boxing game is definitely a niche sport. And we talk to each other a lot of times more than we talk to some of our family members. So definitely want to be spotlight individuals. Got a couple guys lined up. KO, I think I may be able to move you up a little sooner than I thought it was gonna be. So look out with me and you. Will chop it up offline. But yeah, man.
Yeah,
and then
I'm there.
We definitely got the Sunday night cookout. We always got a Sunday night cookout going on. You know what I'm saying? Where we just wrapping up the previous night of boxing. Also, it's gonna be an open panel. We're looking to go live one more day. Haven't figured out what day that'll be yet, you know what I'm saying? But as the channel continues to grow, we'll put it together, and I'll definitely keep y'all abreast of what I got going on. So, hey, man, much love. And once again, man, fire ass show tonight. Keep up the good work. And this is this is a hell of a thing to do for the sport of boxing, especially when we have panels out there where niggas they have points and they can't always get them off because it ends up being an argument before they get all their points off. And the last thing I want to say is, man, shout out to everybody who jumps in the ring. It's a lot of guts, you know what I'm saying, to get up here and go one-on-one with somebody, with all the people in the chat, people saying who God knows what about you in the chat and your opinions. But at the same time, if you're able to jump up on here, man, salute to you and much respect to all the debaters, bro.
Big facts, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'll catch you next time. All right, man, look, bro, thank you to everybody that came in here, but I want to say this because it's still 140 people in here, and I've been biting my tongue pretty much all night, right? I want all the smoke, bro. Like, all of that knockout don't know what he talking about, or knockout this and knockout that. I'm a very impartial person when I'm hosting a debate, but I will debate anyone, all right, on any topic. Any boxing topic that you want, if whatever you have heard me talk about, if you disagree with me, bro, I will debate you. I will debate you with a neutral moderator, and I promise I won't talk while you talking because I'm that confident in my boxing knowledge and the work that I put in to try to bring my supporters and the people that rock with me the best possible content that I could bring them. So please, bro, if you over here right now, because I know a lot of y'all are listening, ain't commenting, and somebody sent you over here saying, I don't let people talk, or they sent you over here saying that knockout is biased, cool. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. If you disagree, let's hop in the ring and let's debate. If you disagree, let's hop in the ring like men. Let's bring our facts and our opinions to the table, and let's see what it is, bro. Let's see who has the better boxing knowledge. All this other stuff, this stuff that we see going on here on YouTube, the back and forths and all that. This is why this TKO boxing debate series was created, to stop all that shit. To stop all that shit. And I'll come to you, brother, because you've been supporting me from the beginning, BF. I'll click the link, bro. I will click the link, and we can do that when we find something we disagree heavy enough, because BF and I have even gone back and forth with it. You understand what I'm saying? So, bro, I'm telling y'all right now, all this back and forth, the invite is open to anyone, bro. Anybody, whether you in the chat telling me I'm full of shit, or you got a channel and you telling me I'm full of shit, or you wait for a video to drop and you comment and you telling me I'm full of shit, bro. Cool, I'm not tripping. I don't care what it is. I'm not hold down to one topic. I talk about all of boxing, bro. I study fighters that some of you people ain't never heard of. Like everybody, why ain't nobody talking about JoJo Diaz versus William Zepeda? That's a great fight. That shit just got made. That is a hell of a fight. I'm gonna talk about it on Knockout Boxing 86 TV though. Half of y'all don't even know who William Zepeda is. So, bruh, I know y'all see me hosting these debates, and I know y'all see that I'm impartial and letting everybody get their stuff off, whether I agree or disagree. King David will tell you, bro. King David will tell you, I done went to his panel. I done hopped up there with him, and we don't agree on nothing. I didn't agree with shit that he said tonight, bro, but I'm going to let him talk, though. I'm going to let him talk. I'm gonna make sure that he's respected. I'm not going to cut him off. The other person didn't cut him off because Ricky Williams is a man, and he show respect as long as you respect him. And they had a fire-ass debate tonight. Regardless of who you think won, they handled themselves like men, and looking at their channels looked like they both grew from it. So everybody won, bro. So at the end of the day, for me, bro, I want it on wax, and I want it understood, and I want it very clear with everybody. With everybody, bro. I will debate you. I have no issues, and I don't need to moderate it. You can get somebody that you feel comfortable with. We can debate, but quit hiding in the comment section. Quit hiding behind your lives. Quit hiding in videos. Quit hiding in the chat, bro. We can talk like men, and let's see who really got the best talking points and who really got the sound logic. If you ain't trying to do that, to me, you just ain't moving right, bro. You ain't really about growing this sport. You ain't really about no real boxing talk. We about that real boxing talk over here, bro. And that's just what it is. But anyway, bro, I appreciate everybody coming through. BH in the building. Shout out to BH. iKarma123 crushing the building. Who else we got in here? Boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. Y'all go sub to him. I shouldn't have to tell y'all to sub to BF, but y'all go subscribe to BFTB Boxing. Boxing. Y'all go subscribe to who else we had in here? Ricky Williams, man. All the brothers that was up in here, man. Y'all go sub to him. Art West was in the building, showing up and showing out. Teach. Appreciate you coming to pay off your debt, man. Boxing Guru in the building. Lineage brave as a lion. Zulu lion, my brother, my beautiful wife. What's up, baby? Salute to you. Shout out to Miss Knockout Boxing 86 TV. OTB boxing class. Can't wait for him and BF tomorrow. I know that's gonna be fire. I can't wait to moderate it. Johnny Q in the building. Who else we got, bro? Cassandra was in here, man. And everybody, man. Every one of y'all that showed up, showed out. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button. If you stay here watching the whole time and you ain't comment shit, cool. I ain't tripping. Do your thing. I appreciate you for watching and thanks for your viewership too. AJ64, thank you for that compliment. I am Trill Will. Shout out to you, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. Lockefeller, what's up with y'all, man? Y'all go catch the playback if you just getting in, because you missed a hell of a debate, man, between Ricky Williams boxing and my brother Boxer Die, King David. But man, I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Catch y'all tomorrow night. I'll be live at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm gonna do my picks first for the week. We got to do that, man. I love doing the picks. We got all the studying done. We got the nice prediction record we putting on the line. We're going to do our picks first, and then directly after we pick our fights for this week, we are going to have a debate between BFTB Boxing and my brother OTB Boxing class one-on-one. Both my brothers going to come up here, and they're going to put it all on the line, bro, and make the best man win. Can't wait to hear the arguments that they bring into the table. The rounds are fire. I already got the rounds. I sent them the rounds. Well, I tried to send BF the rounds. He told me to stop sending them shit. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to send him the rounds. He like, don't send me shit. I like, all right, bro. You sure? He like, I don't want the rounds and shit. OTB got his rounds. Everybody be ready for tomorrow. I guarantee you it's gonna be a great debate, man. I can't wait to hear the arguments they bring to the table. But thank you so much. Everybody enjoy the rest of your night, man. Y'all go over to Money Brown TV. Money Brown is live right now. Go check out Money, man. He over there cooking. If you ain't tired of the boxing talk, one of the realest doing it, and one of my brothers. He over there cooking, and he live right now. Y'all go check out Money Brown TV, man. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your nights. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.